topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels or microscopic. It's a Killaah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killaah Priest podcast. Killaah Priest podcast. What up, world? What up? What up? What up to everybody out there? Welcome to another episode of Killaah Priest podcast. I am your host, Killaah Priest. Right beside me is none other than
True Law 7 from Lost Children of Babylon.
and here and holding down the rocket, controlling the room, the boards, is none other than AD8. Shout out to Jody. Yeah, exactly. Let me shout out to Jody, the moderator who's moderating, we celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
That's right. We represent. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out to all my Mexican brothers and sisters.
Hey.
Out here. We represent y'all tonight, man. We love y'all.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all are brothers. Y'all are brothers and our sisters, man. Our culture's connected in ancient times. So
No doubt.
we're here to represent y'all. That's why I'm wearing the Mexican colors.
Indeed, indeed. Yo, shout out to the Rocketeers, and shout out to the Craftsmen and the most deepest chat room on the net. So,
Yeah.
man, talked about in Gozi, talked about a lot about Tahuti.
Yeah.
Other cats, Mighty Hebrew, came on here and just gave the chat room props. Today we got a very special day, very special guest, and we on standby waiting for him to respond and come in and build with us. You know, he'll be coming in a little bit later. We letting him come in, and we're gonna let the chat room build up. Man, it's gonna be on and popping. I got a lot of stuff to ask him.
Yeah, man.
You know, and then make sure if you have your questions, hit the super chat. Man, it's gonna be phenomenal. When you hearing this from Priest, and everybody in the Killaah Priest podcast.
Yeah, man, this is it's gonna be an awesome show. You know what I'm saying?
Epic.
Hopefully we get connected to Jordan in a minute, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be really dope.
Shout out to Kind Hearts out there. Shout out to Kind Heart Radio. Shout out to Fourth Disciple. Shout out to True Master. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Capadonna. We got a new video out there.
Big up to Capadonna out there.
And just making more music. You know, that never stops. Shout out to Raekwon. Appreciate you, brothers. We appreciate you too.
Yeah, that's right.
Nostradamus in the place to be. Mimi Munoz says happy Cinco de Mayo.
That's right.
Even though my peeps still enslaved by the Spaniards. Yeah, the conquistadors, right?
Conquistadors. Yeah, that's right.
Conquistadors and the Spaniards came.
The Spaniards came.
And they tried to, pillage all of that stuff. Yes, respect to you, brother. And who's that? Daniela Martin, Max Computer, Brooklyn Bless just blessed us with the what's that, gold? Yellow gold. Danny Salinas in the building.
Yellow.
Viva Mexico. Yo, what you got up there you drinking today? India?
We got a little Modelo right here. We gotta represent
Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got some Pale Ale, St. Archer Pale Ale.
All right.
So we're gonna have a drink with.
I might have to do a little beer.
Mexican brothers and sisters. We're gonna have a drink for them.
Yeah. So Cinco de Mayo. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the toast, and we're gonna get into our tea ceremony. Definitely, we're gonna do that, and that's gonna we're gonna build it up. We're gonna build it up like that. We got a couple more clips. I know y'all was liking clips. Mojito's in the house. He's going into your fish.
Oh man, he's trying to get the.
Mojito's in the building. Shout out to Priestess. Shout out to all the poets that were up last time. It was incredible. From the last podcast, the sister that came in and did poetry was crazy. Tahuti really went in last time. Then Gozi always get in. I know he's tuning in. Shout out to Michael Crockett. Peace and love to you too, brother. St. Archer, Jason in the building. When we just breaking down Jason?
Jason? We was Jason in the argument. But you broke it down though. You gave it an awesome acronym right there. I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna pull that up. Pull up Greek Jake. We're gonna pull up Greek Jason later because I know that when you're dealing with Jordan, he breaks things down to his very last compound.
Yeah.
And when you look into how he do it, Tofu, shout out to you, Shinobi. Tofu Shinobi, he got the squirrels in there and he turned it blue. Yo, man, thanks for keeping it true for me and you.
Yeah.
For me to you. Battle of Paluba. MCBCBFG coming all the way from Europe with a fat, healthy gold, a gold euro. No doubt. Thank you, brother. All money is good. All money is legal. Shout out to Billy Rodriguez. Positive energy activates constant elevation. For y'all who don't know that, that means acronym for peace.
Yeah.
How you War Cloud? Is War Cloud in the building?
War Cloud. Oh, is that him?
Somebody already got it. Elevation process is Jason. July, August, September, October, November. That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's the breakdown.
Yeah.
And when you look at, because when you're looking at all of that, when you're looking at all what the Greeks did back in the days, it was all based on astrology and then months. You know what I mean? September is severe. August, Augustus Caesar.
Right.
Julie was July.
Yeah.
So Jason the Greek.
Yeah.
Is all the months.
It's all the months.
From July. Jason, July.
Yeah.
August, October, November.
Yeah, that's
September.
pretty deep, man. I never looked at it that like that.
Man, there's a lot of things you have no.
Hey, I mean, it's a lot of things you could break down. I was like, okay, I never thought of that. That's dope.
Man, words and etymology is everything, bro. They come in and they give us all these words, and these facts that they create.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff F. He turned it. Thanks for the 2, bro. Shalom. I'm gonna start the podcast Hebrew breakdown. I'm start a part of Hebrew breakdown. Okay. All right, brother. Yeah, do that. Do that, man. Hebrew, it was the language.
That's right.
Right.
Originally came from Aramic Hebrew. That was the ancient.
Yeah.
Before it became Hebrew.
And it meant something. Yeah. So when you do that breakdown, make sure you got all of your history, and I know you do. Yeah, I'm not doubting you. And when you're going into that knowledge of the Hebrew, break it down. And there's a lot of esoteric stuff that goes into it. There you go, January, February, March, April, May. Who's that? Jeff Man? Yeah, you're right about that. Triple JC, what up, bro? Like your beat last time.
Yeah,
man.
that was dope.
It was heavy.
Yeah, that beat was off the chain.
All right, y'all. It's 290 people up in here, so it's time to get started the tea ceremony. We might as well get this started because I know when Jordan come on, we're not gonna have time for that. It's just gonna be on. Yeah. So, AD, are you gonna join us in tea?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my water.
Everybody at home, go grab your cold brew, your coffee. Get your cold brew coffee or get your hot coffee. Get your Vietnamese off the meat rack. Gotta give them props. I always give my Ethiopian coffee props.
Yeah.
But you know,
that shit is
if you
strong,
drinking water, Cinco de Mayo, so some of y'all want to do some beer, I might just do a beer
that's
shot.
why I brought the
or whiskey, whiskey with
cerveza.
Coffee. Yeah, whiskey.
Cerveza.
Cerveza. Yeah, whiskey or Corona. I mean, I can't say that.
Whatever
Don't put a tender.
Whatever y'all want to.
Yeah.
Whatever's good for y'all makes you feel good. Whatever makes you feel good.
Yeah, you get some wine, some nice wine. K. Bob Praxis, what up, brother? You turned to my favorite color, orange. You know what I'm saying? I did a song called Orange too. He said, why Dean DMX manager said X was covered in real goat blood.
He said,
give me a second.
I think he's talking about the album cover. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
Pardon me.
You know what I mean? I think maybe they used real goat's blood in that. I mean, it was blood. You don't remember that cover?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. Then Eminem, I think Eminem did something similar to that.
Okay, what he said? Is he asking me why, or is he saying why, Dean?
I mean, they probably had to go for a real blood texture, but he could have bought fake blood though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Easy. Get it over with.
There's movie blood.
Yeah.
You could buy movie blood on Amazon, I'm sure, for the effect.
Easy. You don't have to wash it.
There's a certain texture and the density of that liquid.
Not only that, goat blood it stink after a while. Like who's keeping this blood fresh? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that.
Bring it back down.
X did no crazy.
We don't even have to. Yeah, because we already answered that.
X was he's a follower of Christ. He's a Christian, even though
Right, but you can get fooled, and then you gotta have a faith that you believe in.
Right.
And this industry, and I'm gonna open up. I haven't opened up like this in a long time, but the industry, the music industry, would kind of like gear you into doing stuff that you don't even know what you're doing, and you're doing, and you find out that it's dark force is behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they could have poured real blood on them. You're like, yo man, I'm blood in my blood.
You won't make it.
And then one of those executives be like, yo man, let's get some real blood. Let's get this real. Let's make this real.
Like some real, it's gonna make this shit real.
Exactly, yo. Shout out to Freddie Cawley. Let me say Call. All right. He dropped 5 on it. He said prayers and love for Colombia right now. Well, what happened to Colombia?
Colombia.
Over 800 wounded and many dead for protesting corrupt president and government. Taken down. Oh man, this is a great time for Jordan just to come in. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Everything's upside down. We in the world. The world is upside down right now. We're going into retro. Everything is crazy right now. We're gonna get into that later though. You want to say something?
Yeah, I didn't hear about this, so I'm glad you brought that up.
AD, this one for you.
I think I may have gazed at something on YouTube this morning, but I didn't look at it, the news.
Oh, okay.
But that's crazy. I didn't know that was going on in Colombia.
Me either.
Yeah,
Didn't know.
This must have just happened.
Yeah.
This must have just happened. But hey, that's how it is, man. In some of those kinds of in those countries, man, they don't deal with the protests the way that you deal with it here in America. Where we had a real serious situations back like a year ago with the Black Lives Matters movement. Man, imagine if that's like in Colombia when it's a protest against the government or whatever, it's 20-fold.
Yeah.
So the government will attack the protesters. You know what I'm saying? If they feel, you know what I'm saying, they're going to trying to burn federal buildings. That's just simply not going to go down in other countries where they're going to use abrupt force against a mob or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and no, you didn't miss the tea ceremony. We're starting the tea ceremony right now. That's for somebody asked. AD, this one's for you, AD. The next one. Shout out to RS Brunette. Go ahead.
What up, brother? So you're asking about the flat Earth question. What contains the edges? It's a giant circle of ice. You're obviously new to the subject. If you look it up, you'll learn about it. But it's the circle of the Earth. It's all surrounded by ice. And,
why nobody ever been there yet?
Oh, plenty of people been there.
Been where?
To the ice? Yeah.
Just the edge of the Earth.
Just pick a direction. Hold on. Let me answer this question.
Okay.
You pick a direction and you go straight, you're going to hit ice. Straight up. So that's what contains the edges. How does that change the science of volcanoes? There's going to be volcanoes. You're still going to have disks that are going to be, slipping and all that and creating earthquakes. Volcanoes are still the same. You still got Sheol on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Earth's core is this Sheol. It's all oil. It's all heat. All the rest of the science still is the same. You know what I mean? You're just not going to find curvature anywhere. You can look all day for curvature. You ain't going to find any curved ocean for the rest of your life, ever. You'll never see a curved ocean in your life, and you never will. Because science proves that water stays level. So for more information on that, check the description. I'm putting the movie to the Flat Earth documentary, straight up.
Oh, you guys just coming with
Question
a whole
answer.
documentary.
Yeah, because we can't go into all that.
Yeah. If we have to come back to that.
You didn't prove the theory.
If they want to,
you didn't prove the theory though.
The theory is
because that's a theory.
The theory is the globe ball Earth lie.
All right.
That's what people can't prove.
We're gonna have a real battle about it. We're gonna have to
it wouldn't be a battle; it'd be an explanation.
All right. Well, we're gonna deal with this because we're gonna have to.
For more information, check the description. You see the Flat Earth movie right there. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a whole other topic that you're going to need a whole movie for.
You ever see the Flat Earth movie he's talking about?
Not yet. He will.
You think you see it? And well, me and Priest ain't see it yet.
Y'all check it out. It features Santos Bonacci, ODD.
Oh, Santos is in it?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
And so that answers that question.
A bunch of flat earthers.
A bunch of truthers, yes.
Flat earthers. Your guys are flat
truthers.
earthers.
Yes.
Yeah, flat earthers.
All right, let's
Truthers.
keep it going.
Who know what's
All
up?
right, shout out to Source Allah Elohim. He put all sevens on it because 7 is the God. You know what I mean? All 7s, and if you hit all 7, 7 is the what is periodic table of the 7? I know 1 is hydrogen, but we have to let's go on and do some deep. Y'all the
What's
chat
the
room.
seventh
Ask the chat room.
element?
Yeah, the 7th element, right? Okay, shout out to that brother. Thank you for turning all 7s. We was about to get into it. Rasul, Donkey. Shout out to Donkey, man.
Big up.
He said, go ahead. This one for you, Rasul.
Please don't get emotional, man. I don't get emotional at all, brother. First of all, this is Jordan Maxwell today. When Jordan come on, we just chill.
Hey, he's just asking the question.
Hey,
He's
it's all
asking.
good.
Yeah. It's all good in the woods. 6 is carbon. Yeah, I know that. The 6-day man
Oh yeah.
was
So
created in
7
carbon.
is what? What's the 7th element?
That's a higher level. If carbon is, we can go deep in that because if carbon is 6,
Yeah, carbon is
you
6.
got to go higher than 6 in the element form because we know when you go up to 6, usually you distill back down. You can't. Only a certain few can get past that 6, yo. We'll talk about that later on because, shout out Josh Jacob.
Oh, somebody
I've been in
said
the gym.
nitrogen is the 7th. Is the 7th element?
Nitrogen, okay. Nitrogen. We got to get the science of the nitrogen. Okay. Oh, man, right here. I can't answer it right now. My bag. Nitrogen is 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, I'm sorry.
And nitrogen deals with oxygen. Nitrogen is wait a minute, I know nitrogen the element.
Nitrogen is another. We breathe in about 80% nitrogen.
Yeah, there you
go. We breathe.
Nay, shout out to Nay in the building, man. Turning it orange, we love you too. Much love for Cyrus Biz. Peace, power, progression. We got your email. Y'all, man. Shout out to Nay. Nay been turning it up. Yeah, they've been turning it up with the super chat. They took it to the level. I think y'all the highest. Yeah, they threw the highest super chat on the. You remember? That's Nay. Remember last time? So, shout out to Nay turning it orange. What rhymes with orange? Carnage or what?
Foreign.
Yeah.
Orange, foreign.
I'm riding in something foreign. Maybe it's an orange. Color of is orange. Yeah. Nitrogen, okay. I love this chat room, man. Y'all so super. So we waiting on Jordan Maxwell, man. We might as well get into something before he come. Everybody got their time. I hope y'all got your tea, y'all tea ready. Get some cinnamon, turmeric, whiskey, wine, however y'all want to do it. Even if y'all want to do a blunt right now. And AD, you got your drink ready?
Yeah.
We got 391 in the building. Yo, Jordan, bring them out.
Yeah, we do.
All right. I'm going to pour you.
Yes,
This right here is green matcha. Y'all saw me earlier making it.
The infamous matcha. Yes.
I'm gonna go wooden cup. Wooden cup.
The matcha.
Notes with the most. All right. So I just poured. And AD, after you start the music, I want to say cheers to everybody. 99, I see you up in there. Jeff F. Yo, thank you for saying that, man. He said it's his favorite podcast on the web.
Oh, what? Really?
Get
Damn,
up,
man. Thanks,
the web
man.
is deep, man. Shout out to Santana.
Yeah, big up to Santana, man. Wherever you at.
Because if it goes down, we got a priest or Rasul who never smoked weed on the show. I think you
I smoked weed a few
I never
times.
did.
You know.
We had enough people on it because I have to be on point, and then I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well, you know,
we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it. So AD, whenever you want to start the music.
Okay, 1 second. Talking to Jordan right now. He's getting ready. He's getting ready.
Okay, Jordan's in the building. Ah, man, yo, it's about to go down. I'm gonna start this. So I'll drink. Hold your drink just a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's how you want it.
Oh shit! Hold on.
That's how you feeling?
Hello.
Hey, Jordan, how you doing?
There he is. Hey,
voice.
Jordan.
Jordan, I sent you a link, a Zoom link. Go ahead and join the Zoom link.
Okay.
Um, I don't,
My
I don't.
my email.
Yeah, it's in your email. I don't see you on Skype right now. Are you on the video Skype or just the audio Skype?
Skype. I'm on video Skype.
Okay, let's see. Because you know what, we could,
Ah, there you go.
we could probably do the show with you on this Skype. That would work too.
Okay, let's just do it that way.
Let's just do it this way. Okay, cool. So we're gonna just get you on the show right here. Let me set everything up. 1 second.
Shout out
Yes.
today. We all agreed to Santana and his lovely wife. Best podcast on this flat earth.
That's
There
right.
you go.
You had to say it. You had to say it. We had to say
You
it.
see, you got Jordan having a cracking a smile at that flat Earth theory. You know, you guys are something else. You know, you're never gonna get it, are you?
Jordan, it's a pleasure to see you again, my brother. How are you, man? Elder.
Well, I thank you. Nice
Yeah.
to talk to you again.
Thank you too, bro.
I'm doing about as well as an 80-year-old man can.
Yeah.
Indeed so.
Nice.
Indeed so. Yo, we wanna start off with doing the tea. I don't know if you're drinking anything, but we always start off with a tea ceremony, and we drink tea, you know, and whatever you're drinking, Jordan, is good to you. If it's water, if you don't have anything that's around, even if you're not even drinking, you
If
can
you're
just
not
lift
even
your
drinking,
fist.
just lift it up.
And then we're gonna get into it. The great Jordan Maxwell has entered into the building. For all y'all home, sitting in your chairs, get ready to open up your ears. It's gonna be something. And be ready to prepare to listen clear. It's gonna be something for this year.
Yes.
Yo, this is for y'all, and if you're in front of your desk, if you're at home, if you're with loved ones, if you're with friends, y'all got your popcorn or your whatever. your blunt. This toast is for you.
Yes. Toast for you, Jordan.
Cool.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Just like golden. Oh man, this was it's like the
tastes
note.
like that.
You took that straight down?
No.
Oh, okay. You took the shot.
Well, you know,
Word.
it just went down a little fast. I think.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like emerald. It's
Yeah.
like
It's good.
always good. Very
Oh, yeah.
creamy. Very creamy. Very it's got its own little natural sweetness to it, like only nature could create, and that's my take on it.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel?
I feel great. Tea always makes me feel good. You know.
Jordan. Yeah, man. Mike Jackson, Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the great Jordan Maxwell in the house.
Well, thank you.
Elder,
That's right.
your flowers are given to you on this show, bro. We appreciate everything.
Everything you do. Yeah, we learned a lot from you in our youth, you know, and in the early '90s, you know, all the way into the, you know, early 2000s, even to now. Your teachings have been inspired all of us. You know what I'm saying? To open our minds and expand our consciousness. You know what I mean? You was one of the ones that was the forerunner of where we're at today. As far as a lot of these so-called conspiracy theorists out here, you know, you guys were the ones to present information to the masses, man. And we thank you for that.
Well, I thank you for
Once again.
thank you for seeing that, because so many people don't realize I was talking about this 60 years ago. Back in 1959, I was talking about what was coming to America and who they were and what they were doing. And here it is, just what I said 60 years ago.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay. I'm just going to go off the top, man, right off the back. How did it all start? How did all the religions, how did all of it start?
It started back in the Civil War. That's why we had a civil war, because of the land holdings. The whole entire subject has to do with how we in America held our land. America was supposed to be a allodial country. Allodial, Allodial, allodial country, meaning that if you were in America and you got a land patent, you could hold your land as absolute dictator. No one could touch it because it has an allodial title. Only the Queen of England has an allodial title. And so we had the same kind of power that the kings and queens of England had. We held our land in allodial title. Today, there is no such a thing as a allodial title today. We've gotten rid of it. The powers that be, the bankers, the international bankers, did not want nobody having anything in a allodial title. Allodial means nobody, and I'm emphasizing no one can touch anything if it has a allodial title. No one can touch it. Not the federal government, not the Internal Revenue, not God or Jesus. Nobody can touch an allodial title. And that's the way we had it set up in America. Everyone who had their own land held their land in a allodial title. And so the bankers said, we can't have that. We can't have people owning their land in a allodial title, because that way we will never be able to do anything, because you can't touch an allodial title. So that's what started the whole thing off, is that back in the 1800s, they decided that the United States of America was no longer going to be around any longer. We're going to have a civil war because we don't want people owning land allodial. And so today we don't own anything. Nobody in America owns anything except if you have an allodial title. And so that's why we are in the mess we're in today, because of land holdings, the way we hold our land. And the Constitution that says the whole state will hold all land in a allodial title. That's what it says in the Constitution of several states, that everyone living in that state will hold the title to their land in a allodial title, which means no one can touch it. No one, under any circumstances, can touch that land. And so they decided to get rid of the United States of America, because everything in America was a allodial title. So they said that we are not the United States of America anymore, because we've had a civil war, and everybody in the country was against somebody, the North against the South, and so we are no longer a United States. We are a country filled with people on both sides, so we're not united. So then it was decided that what we need to do is change the name of this country from the United States of America, the Republic for which it stands, and we should change that title to the United States Corporation. We are a corporation, like Sears and all the other big corporations and Ford Motor Company and everybody else. We are, in America, members of a corporation. We're not the United States of America. Only Americans have the right to hold a title in allodial, and they have a right to freedom. We are not United States of America citizens. We are citizens of a corporation called United States Corporation. And because of that, therefore, you're not known as an American. That's why you don't have any freedoms of Americans. You don't have any protections of Americans. You have only the United States citizen. U.S. citizen means you are an employee of a foreign corporation called the United States Corporation. And so therefore, if you're working for the corporation, usually if you go into big corporate headquarters, you'll see people wearing badges. And that badge shows you that they are members of the corporation and they have a right to be there. And so that badge has their name and a serial number on the badge showing that they are members of a corporation. Well, so do you. You have a badge and a serial number. It's called a social security number. And your social security number is your membership in the corporation called United States Corporation. And that's the basis for all of our problems today, because the bankers are never going to allow America to hold anything, allodial, nothing. They don't want you owning nothing. And today, Americans don't own anything. You don't own your home. You don't even own your own children. They are not allodial. You have an equitable right, but you don't have a allodial right. And allodial is the basis for all the problems we're having today, because the bankers want to destroy the United States because it is holding land in allodial. And that's the problem we got today. Most people have never heard of a allodial title, don't know anything about it, have no idea in the world what's going on. And so back in 1848, California became a state. California state had a constitution. And in the constitution for the California new state of California, it said in the constitution, quote, no banks will be allowed in the state of California ever. No bank. But you can have some sort of a corporation together with other people to hold your money, like a credit union. But no banks will be ever allowed in California. It's totally illegal to do any banking in California. The international banking hoods and the murderers, they said they can't have this. We can't have California doing away with banking. We can't open up a bank anywhere. So they had a civil war. After the war, there was a new constitution, and the new constitution said, welcome all banks. And so that's what we got going on today. All of the stuff of the COVID virus and all that crap is all part of this conspiracy to destroy this country because it holds this land in a allodial title.
Ooh. Wow. That's great.
That's deep.
There's no idea in the world how this works.
Does that?
Because
oh, sorry.
you cannot pay a bill in America. In the United States corporation, you can't pay a bill. I know we all say we have this bill to pay or that bill to pay. You can't pay a bill. You can discharge a debt, but you can't pay a bill. Because the only way you can pay a bill is in gold and silver coin, according to the Constitution. That way you can buy your land allodially with gold and silver coin. Now you don't just own it, you own the land. It's yours. And that means that section of property that you own goes all the way down to the center of the earth. All the way down to the center of the earth is that property that you are on the surface. And from the center of the earth out to the heavens. And so that's what allodial title means. You are God on your property. No one can touch it. No matter who you are or what the problem is, nobody can touch a allodial title. And that goes back to the royalty of Europe. And so that's why today we are having all the problems we are, because somebody is trying to destroy the United States because it wants to hold property in allodial, but they can't do it because the bankers have already gone into Washington, D.C. and bought off all the politicians and told them, you say no, don't do nothing and don't give anything. No allodial title. because then we're finished. We, as the bankers, don't have any control over anything. But today they can take everything you own because you never paid for it. You have an equitable interest in everything you own, but you don't own it. And that's another problem, is that we have equitable interest. In other words, if you're going to get a new car, you have to pay for it. Now, if later on you want to sell your car and I want to buy it, I have to pay you something toward what money that you have had to pay to get it. So I have to, you got an equitable title. So I have to pay you something. It won't be the same thing you paid usually, but I have to pay you something for the money you've got involved in it. And so when I pay you, you think you own it and you sold it to me. You didn't sell anything. The only time you can sell is if it's a Lodial title. And you didn't sell me a Lodial title. And I didn't ask for a Lodial title because I'm so ignorant, I didn't know I needed a Lodial title. And so therefore, when you have people coming into America from, say, Mexico or Canada, and they're coming in illegally, they're coming into a corporation illegally. And this is why you have something called people who are breaking into a corporation at night or do not have a right to be in that building. They are aliens. And the reason why they're called aliens is because they have the corporation called United States is going to put a lien on the title. They're putting a lien on you. You become an alien.
A lien.
They're putting a lien on you. Just as if I painted your home and you don't pay me, I could put a lien on it. The lien says that you can't do anything with that house till you pay me. So that's what they are doing. They're putting a lien on people coming into the corporation called United States Corporation. They are called aliens because the a lien has been put on you.
Wow.
Aileen.
Wow. Aliens, yo, man, there's so much good.
Whole entire story is based on how you own land. Because if you can hold land allodially, you can hold anything allodially. You get a boat, you can buy it allodial title. I had someone I went with quite a few years ago who bought a brand new car, and I was with him. And we went into the dealership, and my friend picked out the car he wanted. And they were going to give it to him, and he said to the salesman, "I want this car with an allodial title." And the salesman said, "Okay, hold on, we'll have to get a special contract for that." So they went in the back and got the allodial contract. And came back out, and he signed it, gave them some money, and that was it. Now, today, he absolutely owns that vehicle. Nobody can touch it. You can't do anything with it. He can, wherever you park, you're not going to get a ticket because you own the car allodial title. And most people never heard of allodial and don't know what allodial is and don't realize that they were allodial themselves, meaning nobody could own you. You were an American and you have freedom. Today, they will tell you, you don't have any freedom. You just shut up and put your mask on and go home and stay 6 foot apart, and we hope you die. You don't have freedom. Just shut up about your freedom. You don't have any freedom. You're an American. You're not an American. You are a U.S. citizen. You, a corporation. It's a company like Ford Motor Company and General Motors is a corporation. And you don't have anything to do with the running of the corporation. And that's why we have different kinds of people in America. We have voters and we have electors. You can only be an elector if you actually own something in this country. but you can go on. You can go to a uh, a place where you can register who you like and who you don't like. So we go in and we're going to a voters, and so we go in and vote, which means the big international banking cartels and the incredible Marxist, Leninist, Soviet, communist international bankers will see who it is that you like, and then they will put them up to run for president because you like them. And that's what they wanted to know. Who is it that you like? And the reason why is because they will the electors will elect who you like. So that when you find out that they're nothing but a bunch of scumbags and communists and taking your money and ripping you off, there's nothing you can do about it because you voted for them. You said you liked them, so we gave you who you like. Now you find out that they are working for the bankers and they're working for the system, and now you don't like it. Well, too bad you don't like it. Nobody asked if you liked it. You said you liked them, so we let you have him. Now you've got him. Now what are you going to do? Now you're going to die. So put your mask on and shut your mouth and go home and don't ask no questions because you don't own nothing. You ain't never owned anything. And you ain't never going to own anything because the only way you can own it is a low deal title. So that's where we are today. Nobody owns anything.
But a mask.
No title, but that's it.
Put your mask on and shut up and be quiet.
Yeah.
That's
I said, put your mask on and shut up and be quiet and go home, and we hope you die. We want you dead already. That's what we want. We want you dead. We're tired of looking at you. You're running around town talking about you own this and you own that when you don't own nothing. You ain't never owned nothing. So the best way to handle you is to just get rid of you, kill you. So take your silly ass mask that they have inculcated the serum in the mask. So when you wear the mask, you don't realize it. You are breathing in microscopic contaminations in the mask. The brand new mask you put on, there is a yeah. So there is a what am I trying to say? It's some kind of a
bacteria.
Yeah, some kind of a vaccination. And you wear the mask, and the vaccination has diseases in it. They want you dead. They're tired of looking at you. They're tired of having you around. They want to live in a world of money and power.
Wow.
And the only way they can do that is own a bank. Well, why do you have a bank? It's because on a bank is a river bank. Why do you have a river bank? It's because the water we have, your water that you are living with, it's just a very big story.
We need to hear that story.
Bank.
We need to hear that story.
It's a really incredible story. And when you really get into it, the first thing you're going to see is that we are finished. America is through. It's finished. It's not going to be around much longer.
Really?
Why? Because the bankers want you dead. They want to see you die and know for sure that you're dead. So they don't have to fool with you anymore. They don't have to. They don't have to tend to you or fool with you or give you no retirement. So when you work for the corporation, just understand this: when you're working and you're working for the corporation, you are an employee of a corporation. And if you are working for a corporation, that means you don't have anything to say about who actually runs the corporation. You just do your job and your security. You are security for the body social. The body social means all the people who are working for your corporation, no matter where they are on the earth. If they're getting a check from the Ford Motor Company, they're all working for Ford. So therefore, you are all working for the same corporation, and therefore you are part of the body social. It's called the body social. And so you are the security for the corporation called United States Corporation. Why? Because you go to work every day and you pay your bills, you pay your fines, you pay your ticket, you keep paying and paying and paying and just keep paying all the bills and then you pay your rent and pay all the other things. And the more you pay, the more secure the company called United States feels because you're spending money and they got millions and millions of people, over 300 million people paying every day, all the time, paying their taxes, paying their all of the bills and all this kind of stuff. So you are a security for the body's social. That's why when you decide to go home, you get social security because you are the security for the body's social.
Wow. Wow. That was heavy.
Yeah.
That was heavy. Wow. This is a big
You have
story.
no idea in the world how far gone this has really gotten. This has really gotten.
Well, we
It's
feel
just
it
an
now.
incredible story.
Jordan, people are feeling it. They are actually seeing it now, things that you were talking about back then.
Yeah, a lot of your work has come to pass. A lot of your stuff that you spoke about, in your lectures are now coming to pass.
Yeah, I know, but I've been talking about it for 60 years, and most people have not even the faintest idea of what I'm talking about because they don't know anything about the word allodial. They've never seen that word in
Nope.
the dictionary. Nobody talks about allodial.
Nope.
But you go into a car dealership and tell them you want to buy a car, but you want a allodial title. And they will tell you, okay, hold on, we've got to get that contract for a allodial title. And they'll go get a particular contract and sign it, and then you sign it. And now you're buying your car allodial, which means nobody on the earth will ever be able to touch that car no matter what. No matter who you owe, no matter how much you owe, no one can touch that car ever. Only you, because you own the car, but you don't own your home. If you have a house, you don't own it. You didn't buy it allodially. And so therefore, that's where we are today. We as Americans are no longer Americans because Americans were considered to be free. We were born free and we were free people. But you're not free. You are a U.S. citizen. Means you are an employee of a corporation called United States Corporation.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but you don't have any freedoms. And the law says, and the federal laws say, you don't have any rights whatsoever, period, because you are an employee. Now, do you want your job or don't you? Because if we don't give you your money, you're not gonna live very long. So if you want your job, you need to shut your mouth, wear your mask, and go home because we hope you die. So that's what our politicians are today. They don't give a damn about you or me or anybody else. They want you to comply.
Wow.
They want you to comply and do what you're told to do. And you wear your mask and don't ask any questions because you are in the corporation and the corporation says you must wear a mask. So you must wear the mask. If you were an allodial title to your name, then that's different.
We
No
don't have
one
that.
could touch you. No one could tell you anything if you have an allodial title to your name. But Americans are no longer Americans. They are U.S. citizens. U.S. is a corporation. And so that's the problem. That's the problem today. And so myself, I don't have an allodial title, but I understand what allodial means.
Right.
I've encyclopedias and the dictionaries. I know what it means. And so I'm declaring myself, I am allodial. Anybody that don't like it can go to hell because I am concerning myself. I own myself and I will do what I intend to do. And I don't intend to have anybody tell me what I can do and what I can't think. And I need to wear my mask and go home and shut up. No way. I don't go home and shut up for nobody.
And
So,
then, yeah, go ahead.
so when you find out what's going on for the first time, you will see that the whole of America is not an allodial title. The whole of America is called fee simple. F-E, simple. Fee simple. Look, keep that word in mind.
Yeah.
You buy everything fee simple.
Fee simple.
Be simple.
You pay with the Federal Reserve notes. It's not money, it's notes. And that's why I said you can't pay a bill. You can only discharge a debt, but you can't pay a bill. Why? Because say I come over and I paint your house and I'm going to charge you $100. And so when I get through, I give you a bill for $100, and you pull out of your wallet a $100 bill. So you're giving me a bill. It's called a $100 bill.
That's true.
I give you a bill for $100. You give me a bill for $100. Now we're even, and so you don't owe me, and I don't owe you, but we're even. Now you got to keep track of that. So you have to have people who are bank accounts and lawyers, and they will keep track of who paid who and how much did they pay you and when did they pay you, because now you are no longer an American. You don't have the rights of Americans. You are a U.S. citizen, and that's the tune. Now also, did you know that you, as a person, you are worth $9 million on the stock markets in New York? That your body is worth $9 million, and that's it's an incredible story.
Wait, your body is worth $9 million?
$9 million. You are worth $9 million on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, if you go on my website, jordanmaxwell.com, no, jordanmaxwellshow.com. If you go on my jordanmaxwellshow.com, you will see on the first page the advertisement for something called the Jordan Maxwell Research website. If you go to that website and buy your membership in the research website and look at all of the information I have collected over the years about treason, about lies and deception, and all the crap that's going on in America and what the American people think about themselves and who they really are and why they don't have any power, because only knowledge is power, and they don't have any knowledge. Americans don't have any knowledge. They don't know what's going on. And so that's why I say if you have the knowledge, you know what I'm talking about. And now you see what I'm talking about. If you don't have any knowledge, then you're never going to suspect. You're not an American. You are a U.S. citizen.
Wow. That's well put, man.
Yeah.
That's well put. Only the great
Said it better.
Jordan could put it that way, man. That's some crazy. But you see it. So the elite is they got a different type of a whole agenda, right?
Of law.
What'd you say? Say it again.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. You don't have any excuse when it comes to law. That's why you see so many people ranting and raving about the whites killing the blacks. Well, first of all, the wealthiest man who ever lived on the face of the earth was the most wealthiest man who ever lived in the world today. He's on the web. You can go on Wikipedia and look up the wealthiest man who ever lived on the earth, and you will see it was a black man in Africa. And he was the wealthiest man who ever lived in the world. And he owned slaves, black slaves. And he told the heads of governments to sell off slaves to make him money. And so the heads of these different governments in Africa began making deals with America to sell their slaves and give him the money. So he was the wealthiest man in the world. And he was selling people to Americans. And that's how he got his money and his political power. And most people don't like hearing that. He was the wealthiest man who ever lived on the earth, who owned thousands and thousands of slaves. And he sold them all to make money.
Yeah. That's real talk.
Yeah.
Who would you say that
So,
man was?
so therefore, most people do not know what's going on in the world. Why? Because it doesn't bother them. They don't care. All
Yeah.
they want to know is who's winning the ball game and who's going to play the ball game.
Take me
And
home
that's
to the ballpark.
yeah. And so therefore, they give you plenty of sports. They give you plenty of sports and alcohol. On every corner of every city in the country, there are liquor stores. And you can go in and buy a liquor. And it's not expensive at all. You can buy yourself liquor. Why? Because the people who own this country know, let's keep the people ignorant and stupid and in prison and make sure they got plenty of alcohol and drugs. And so the drug cartels in South America are working with our government to make sure we have enough drugs to keep us stupid and keep us dim-witted. And that's why we can't get rid of it. We can't get rid of the drug dealers. Why? Because they work for the government. They're working for the government. They're working for the federal government. The drug dealers are the guys in South America and in cartels. They're not going to get rid of them. You're not going to be able to do anything with them. Why? Because you are not an American. You are a U.S. corporation citizen. That means you don't have any rights in America. You are a U.S. citizen with no rights.
Wow.
That's what the law says. Therefore, you can't make your government do anything. You can't make anybody do nothing. You can sit back and keep your mouth shut and wear your mask, and we hope you die. We're tired of looking at you.
You, Jordan, you've said before that the message for the elite is different than the message for just regular citizens.
That's right. You better believe it. That's exactly right. So when you go to jail, you go to court. Why do you have to go to court? It's because you go to court because they play tennis on a court. It's called a tennis court. And why do you play tennis on a court? Well, first of all, you have to have a racket. Yeah. So you need to start looking at the words we're using in America because we think free, but we're not free. You don't have any control over nothing. When you vote for politicians, that's just because you're voting for who you like. And so therefore the guys who run this country are giving you who you like. But the people who you're voting for work for the government. And that's why they're giving you whom you say you like. You said you like him, so you voted for him. But you were just a voter. You're not an elector. We have an electoral college. We have people who are electors, not voters. And they will elect who you say that you like. Whoever gets the most voters will get to be the next politician, because you are telling the electors who you like, and they will appoint who you like. Now, when you find out they're a bunch of lousy communists, rapists, and murderers and liars, they're working with organized crime and the mafia, when you find out that your politicians are nothing but mafiosis and gangsters, and so now what are you going to do? Well, you're not going to do nothing. First of all, you ain't doing nothing, because you were the one that voted for them. You said you liked them. You wanted them to be the leader, so they had the electors elect who you said you like, who you voted for. And so that you are the one that is in charge. You're the one that voted for them. And that's why today you got nothing but a U.S. government, which is a communist, Moscow communist government, running the world. They're running everything. They're running you and your world and your business, and they own you. And it's just an incredible story about betrayal and lies and deception that you've never heard before. And God knows if I could just tell people
Well,
what the real truth is. And you're going to find it on my research website. You go on jordanmaxwellshow.com. To add the word show because there are other websites out there that have my name on them, Jordan Maxwell websites, but I don't own them and I'm not making any money off of them. I'm not doing anything. They have taken my work and selling it and making money for themselves, and I don't own nothing. I don't have anything. I'm broke and I have nothing.
well,
But the people who are selling my materials and selling my work are selling me to the world. And so that's why today I'm in the shape I'm in. I don't have anything. I don't own anything. But I know what's going on. And I know how this works because I've been there and I know. So,
no doubt, Mr. I mean, the great Jordan, man. We're gonna help you out with that, man. We got a team that you don't even know about, and that's why we still here with you today.
Yeah.
And I know you've been teaching this work for 60 years, and I know you go back. Did you know Manly P. Hall?
oh, yeah, of course I did. Yeah, he was my personal friend. When he died, he left a will for me. He left me in his will.
Wow,
Oh, yeah. He
wow,
left all of his research work to me.
that's
And
crazy.
always told me he was so appreciative of me. And so we were best of friends.
Wow.
And I used to hang out with him and go to his home. And when he died, he left all of his research work to me.
That's gangster.
Dope.
Man, so this is a question coming from my brother Hakeem. I know they murdered him, but why?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, was he murdered? And
Yeah.
why? Okay.
He was murdered by his male nurse.
What?
From what I heard, it was his male nurse because the male nurse would bring him his mail every day and would point out what he had to sign in his mail. And so Manly P. Hall was old and decrepit, and so he would sign whatever he was told to sign. So the male nurse put in front of Mr. Hall a new will that said Mr. Hall left everything he owns to this male nurse. And the male nurse had him sign it. He didn't know what he was signing because he just signs papers all the time, so he didn't know.
Wow.
And after he signed it, the male nurse put a blanket over his head and put a pillow over his head, and he died. And therefore, the male nurse was now the ownership of everything that Mr. Hall had ever done. And so he realized that that was stupid because when you are a male nurse to a very famous man and he dies and you turn up with a new will that shows that you own everything, obviously that was very suspicious. And the police looked at it and said, no, there's something wrong with this. You just had him sign this and now he's dead. And now you walk off with everything? No. So they found him. He left town. He went down to south into Mexico, and the authorities were following him, and they caught him in Mexico as he was going into South America from Mexico. And they caught him, and I don't know what happened to that guy or who he was, but he killed
Manly P.
he
Hall.
killed the doctor.
Wow. Wow.
Because he wanted to take everything. That's what this world has become: the takers and the people who are the victims and the takers. And that's what we got going on right now. And that's why the government is part of the people. The people are takers. They don't want no truth. They want to take. And they don't care if you want it or if you need it or not. They take it anyway. And so the government operates on that same idea. They just take your land. They don't give a damn if you don't like it. Who cares if you don't like it? So they take it.
Do you
And
think? Right. Do you think that they sorry to cut you off, but do you think that they constructed the mobs that run in the streets and have all these riots and stuff that was
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah. Where do the mobs get their money? If they're running around burning places and then go home and sleep all day and watch TV and go out at night, who is paying them?
Black Lives Matter.
Huh?
Yeah.
Where are they getting their money to get on planes and fly around the world and have the guns and the machines and all the armaments to create their great riots? Who is paying the rioters? Who is paying the rioters? The
Wow.
government, the U.S. government is paying them. That's why you need to wake up and find out this government is not your friend. This government is owned by the people who made the money and they bought your government. Now they're buying you and they tell you very simply, we don't like you. You are trash under our feet. So go home and shut up and do what you're told to do and wear your silly ass mask. And we hope.
It's funny. Yeah, it's real. That's real. You keep it in 100. George, keep it 100. That's what we say. We say you keep it in 100, Jordan. We love it. So Black Lives Matter falls under that same category. Is what
Black
you say.
Lives Matter?
So
I
that's
said Black Lives Matter.
Black Lies.
Black lives matter. Right?
Wow, that's incredible. Right. That's incredible. Yeah, because she went and bought a $3 million house.
Yeah.
And doesn't even live around black people.
No.
And what you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing because you don't own nothing. You ain't got nothing. So what are you gonna do about it?
That's real. That's
They
true.
just tell you what they're gonna do, and you just do it. You just do what they tell you to do, and you'll be all right. You can just have your little, home and your food, and you can take care of yourself.
That's
And if you don't like it, they'll take everything away from you. That's why everything is going digital. They want a digital currency around the world because with a digital currency, that means that digital is numbers. And so they give you a card, a digital card, the banks do, and now you can put your money into the bank with a digital. And if they don't like you, if you don't go along or get along, and if you don't show respect, they will cut you off digitally. They will take your digital card out of the system, and you can no longer buy anything or sell anything or do anything because it's all digital, and they just shut your account down. Now you're going to find out what the Bible was talking about. You will not be able to buy or sell without the digital card.
wow.
Yeah.
We have a digital currency because the government can now go into the computer and shut your particular digital number down. And no matter how much you pay,
Wow.
you can't get nothing out because it don't work. So that'll teach you a lesson to keep your damn mouth shut and go home and do what we tell you to do.
Man, you going in. Yeah. Shout out to Conhart's Media. They just turned it all red. We got your back, Jordan, over
That's
here,
right.
man, and what you talking about. She just threw up a big red 100, turned it red for you, Jordan. So we're going to keep it moving. Man, what you're dropping right now is real talk. We don't have this type of dialogue. People seem like they are scared, but now they're starting to wake up because it's right here in our face.
Yeah.
That's right. It's right. It's finally here.
What do you think about?
You're going to die soon because of it. They're going to give you a disease, and they're giving diseases away for free now. And the guy the doctor Fauci, who comes up with this idea of the COVID disease, Dr. Fauci is a Jesuit.
Ooh.
He's the same as the Pope in Rome. The Pope in Rome is called the Holy Father. Why is the Pope called a Holy Father? Because he speaks for God. He's the original Godfather. Get it?
The Godfather.
Yeah.
In Rome. Whoa. Yeah, that was hard. That was You gotta give him a bomb for that one.
Give him a round of
That was
applause for that.
So that's why we are finished.
Yeah.
America is through. There is no longer an America. It's the United States corporation, and they're getting ready to fold the corporation. And when they fold the corporation, that means no more food, no more grocery stores, no more work, no more nothing. It's over. It's finished. And you ain't got nothing to say about it at all because they own the company and you're working for them. You don't like that? And see what you're going to get.
Damn. Well, is there any solution? What's the solution?
Yeah. I think the solution is that you need to wake up and find out who owns you and who is in control of your life and who owns you and who owns the bank account.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And where are you
Talk
going
that
to
talk.
go when you die? You really need to start thinking about what's going on in America because it's going to affect you. You need to find out and you need to get educated. And that's why I have a website called Jordan Maxwell Research Website. The research website you have to join. Why do you have to join? It's only a $30. It's only a $30 contribution
Join that site, y'all.
for a lifetime membership. Just one payment for a lifetime. And you get all of this information from me, Jordan Maxwell. I give you all of it for a lifetime, for a subscription rate. And why am I doing it that way? Because I was told to do it that way by my attorney friends. I have some friends who are very highly placed attorneys. And they tell me, Jordan, if you're going to put anything on your website that's going to get you in trouble with the powers that be, you better put it on a private website so that people have to pay to see it. Therefore, you can say, well, I didn't tell them they have to join. They just wanted to join to see what I have. And so therefore, it's like if you go into a restaurant one night with about 10 of your friends, and you go back into the back part of the restaurant and sit with your friends, at that point, you can sit and talk about anybody you want. You can call them any name you wish. As long as your friends don't mind, you can call them anything you want and say anything you please. But if you turn around and go on radio and start talking that way, now you're in trouble because the government will shut you down. Why? Because all government is in place to protect the people. They protect the people from hearing the truth. They don't want the people to hear what you're saying because you're calling people names and giving out all kinds of information. And if you're in the restaurant by yourself, that's fine because that's a private conversation and government has nothing to do with private.
So by keeping it private, it makes it more legal in your standpoint also. So that's good.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so I was told if you're going to put stuff on your web, you better put it into a private so that you can say, I didn't tell people they had to join. They just wanted to join to see what I was saying. And so therefore, they want to know. They wanted to know, and therefore they have a right to know. Even if they have to pay for it, they have a right to know. And so that's why I charge people for a subscription to my website, because Jordan Maxwell website is on my home page on my website, Jordan Maxwell Show.
Is it down there? Pull it up for him. Shout out to Nene, keeping it red. Match Kind Hearts straight up and down and said, shout out to KP Rasul, Law 7 AD, peace, power, and progression. And that's what we're about here. You at home. We just want to let you know that you at home, Jordan, when you're on here, that we are open to, because it's here now. And the things that you were talking about 60 years ago and now is manifesting, that you are home in your right place, that people are listening and they're getting it now. I know you talked about UFOs and everything.
Yeah.
I have been in the company of some of the wisest and most incredible people you've ever heard of, without a doubt. And I have got lectures on my research website that you have to hear. You got to hear these private lectures that I attended, and I took down and I recorded them, and I have them on my website, my research website. And if you go on my research website, one of the first places you will see is audio video videos. And so if you go on the audio video page, you will see lectures of me, of the different people I have heard that will explain everything to you. And believe me, you're going to hear some stuff you're not going to believe.
What do you think about the recent UFO sighting?
The UFO stuff?
The recent one, they just about a couple of days ago, NASA's just revealed and put out some documentation. It's been all over the internet.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
UFO question. Let me tell you about the UFO question. I've been looking at this for 60 years. Been traveling around the world. I've talked to all kinds of military people, politicians, and some of the most important people on the planet about the UFO problem. And I am totally sure, because I've been told by certain people, there is a UFO presence in the earth. And it's a UFO presence because it's extraterrestrials who are leading us. We are being misled by extraterrestrials, and that's who came up with all of this stuff, was the extraterrestrials. They have come here and they want to control the whole earth. So they give us our religions, our government, and our philosophies, and everything else they give us. And so we go along with it because we think it's so smart. We haven't got the brains to understand it's been given to us by our extraterrestrial brothers and sisters. So we go along with it, and we just take it all and eat it up, and we just love it.
Yeah. A couple of the super chats.
It's pretty phenomenal to see. Again, I've always on the show, I always talk to priests about Bob Lazar, and like I said to you before last time on the show, I think he's the closest one to actually seeing because everybody else is just speculation,
Yeah.
But Lazar, I actually I believe him. You know
I
what I'm
do
saying?
too.
Like, I try not to. I don't try to use that word believe all the time, but I actually believe what Lazar is talking about.
I was in his company. I've been with him many times, and there's no doubt in my mind he's absolutely correct. I've been out to Area 51. I've seen things at Area 51 that you will never see. I've seen extraterrestrials at Area 51. I have seen UFOs at Area 51 in Nevada that you have never seen.
Wow.
So I hear Bob Lazar talking about them. I know he's right because I've seen them. So I don't have to wonder if he's right or not. I know because I've seen them myself.
It's crazy.
It's heavy. That's heavy.
It's real heavy.
Man, this is getting
heavy,
deep.
man.
This is deep.
Do you believe that if they reveal extraterrestrials to the world, that destroys? Because I always bring up on this show, on Killer Priest's platform, like, if they reveal extraterrestrials, it destroys religious belief. You have to rewrite the whole story. You're gonna have to really like come up with a new. You know what I mean? You can't use those. You can't use the Bible and the Quran and the Torah anymore. It's kind of.
And the reason why is because in the Anglo language, which is England, the Anglo-Saxon language, the sun that comes up in the morning is the light of the world. So we're told that Jesus is the Son of God. He's the light of the world. Of course, the sun is the light of this world. Why? Because in English, Anglo-English, sun is spelled S-U-N. But in the Germanic terms, the Germanic language, Germany language, sun is spelled S-O-N, not S-U-N. So we're getting it all mixed up in our minds because we don't know what to believe in anymore. So we get it all mixed up, and we say Jesus is God's son, and he's the light of the world. Of course, the sun is the light of the world. And I gave a lecture last year in February of 2000. I was in Laughlin, Nevada.
Uh-huh.
And if you go on the web and type in my name and see Laughlin, Nevada, and the UFO Expo, it's called UFO Mega Conference, MEGA, the Mega Conference of UFO. I was a featured speaker. And for 2 hours, I talked to the audience about all the stuff I'm telling you. But I had pictures with it, and all the pictures and documents are with it. So if you want to see something that's going to wake you up, and you're not going to believe it, go on the web to UFO Mega, MEGA, UFO Mega Conference, Jordan Maxwell speaking.
UFO Mega. I think I seen that. I think I may have seen that one. You speaking to like an audience, right? A huge audience, actually.
Say it again?
You're speaking to a huge audience, right? Like in an auditorium. Yeah, I think yeah.
And so, but when you go on there and you see me talking, listen to the last half. Not the first half, but the last half of the 2-hour lecture. Listen to it closely, because I bring out documents and pictures of things you've never seen and never heard and didn't know anything about. And I show you where all of the stuff is coming from and how this is all part and parcel of what's going on in the world today. I've got it all on that video.
And what's it called again?
Say it again.
What's the name of the video again?
It's called UFO Mega Conference.
UFO Mega Conference, okay.
Mega,
Awesome.
MEGA, Mega Conference, with Jordan Maxwell speaking. So when you see Jordan Maxwell UFO Mega Conference, it's in Laughlin, Nevada, which is about 50 miles south of Las Vegas in Nevada. And you get that and watch it.
No doubt. Yeah, we're gonna there's a lot of cats who got questions too for Jordan while he's here. And one of them is from RS Burnett, asks if you have heard of the theory of mediums.
Let me ask it. R.S. Burnett asked if you have heard of the theory of the medium is the message.
Well, I've heard that a long time ago.
Gotcha. Okay, we also have another one. Danny Salinas asks if you have ever met Russell Means.
No, I have not.
Okay, Red Sun.
I know
Okay,
I've never met him. No.
Red Sun asks, how can we get away from our social security number and still get things done in America?
Well, you're worth 9.6 million.
Yeah, each body.
If you're 9.6 million on the stock market and the stock exchange, that means you can sell stock. You can sell $1 million worth of stock and get your own money, and you'll have $1 million. And now you're only worth $8.5 million. But you've got $1 million in cash in your hand. So you need to understand how all of this works, and it's on my research website.
Okay.
JordanMaxwellShow.com.
Okay.
You will see, the first thing you will see is a flyer that says join Jordan Maxwell's Research Society, research website. And in that research website is all of the stuff I'm talking about. Everything is there. It's all there about the secret societies and all the lies and the things that they're telling us are not true, and where this government came from and who we are and where we've come from and where we're going. And it's really extraordinary stuff. So,
Man, I love the extraordinary.
Yeah.
A lot of times you said, Jordan, that America was really Rome. Could you?
yeah, America is the Roman Empire. And that's why you've got an empire state in New York. Empire State is the Roman Empire in the state of New York. Because if you look at the history of the Roman Empire, Look at the history of the Roman Empire. Caesar wanted to be God over the whole world. He wanted his religion and made himself to be the savior of the world, so that everyone would bow their knee to him. And so Caesar went into England. He took over all of Europe, and then he decided to go into Britannia, and he took over Britannia, or Britain. And when he took over Britain, he opened up his government in England. And where did he have his government in England set? Where was he set up for his government? He was set up in York, England. And that's why we got New York.
Yes.
Empire State.
Good.
That's why you have an Empire State Building, because New York is the Empire State. And now Caesar finally has what he wanted. It finally came about that Caesar is now the God of this world. Why? Because in New York you have a United Nations. And the United Nations is the centerpiece for a new world order under Caesar. We are now on our capital, and in Washington, D.C. is a Washington Monument. The Washington Monument is an Egyptian obelisk. The Egyptian obelisk is a male phallic in erection. It's a male erection. And it connects directly to the White House and the Capitol in the Oval Office, because the male erection connects directly with the female ovaries, the oval. And therefore, that's where life comes from. That's what the life of the corporation is, in male and the ovaries of the female. And therefore, we have the Oval Office with the male erection is the Washington Monument. You have no idea in the world what's going on in religion. You have no idea. You've not been told the truth. You've never been told about the symbols of the religion and where they come from and what they mean. It's an incredible story. It really is incredible. And one day I'd like to tell you all about it.
Yeah. Well, we want to get some of it. Yeah, we want to hear some of this story. I mean, if it's I know the cross. What's the origin of the cross?
The cross is going a long, long time ago, all the way back to the beginnings of the world. It's been around for thousands and thousands of years before Christianity ever came into being. It goes back to the ancient worship of the sun god Aton. Aton. Aton was a sun god who died on a cross and who was resurrected and who's going to come back and save the world. And if you believe that, I got some property I wanted to sell you. And so it's really an incredible story about the Jewish religion. The Jews today, if you go on the web and go to image on the web, where you go to image and then you will find all the pictures that deal with a particular subject. Go on the web to image and put in, and then type in swastikas in Israel. Israel swastikas. You will see that in Israel, in the different churches in Israel, synagogues, you will see are big swastikas on the floor and on the walls. And why did Hitler pick the swastika? Because Hitler was partly Jewish, and he understood the implications of the swastika. And so, therefore, that's the whole thing of Hitler with the Jews is a made-up story. And you've got to know what the real story is. Hitler came up with a swastika because that was a symbol for the God of the Jews, was a swastika. And the Jews will tell you today that you should not use the name of God today. You cannot use the name of God. It's so holy. But they will tell you, the Jews will show you, that there is a word for their God that you can use. It's all right to use it. And it's called tetragrammaton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tetragram is tetra, which is four. The number four is
Was it
tetra.
in the you have tetra gamma? Is gamma?
Gramma aton.
Yeah. Ah.
Tetragrammaton. The
Yeah, yeah.
aton
That's
was
on there.
the Aton was the sun god of Egypt. Look it up in a dictionary. Look it up on the web. Go to image and type in Aton.
Can we put that up?
See, it is the
ATL.
god of
Tetragrammatron. Oh, Aten. Yeah, there you go.
a tetragrammaton. Tetra is four.
Nice.
Gram is letters like A, B, C, D.
Let them
So
see
therefore,
that.
the tetragrammaton, and the Aton is the sun god of ancient Egypt.
Wow, right there, that emblem right there. Yeah, right there. That's
This is
that's
why
hard.
today, if you go on, if you get my lecture I did in Laughlin, if you get my lecture I did in Laughlin, I show all of this in the 2-hour video I did, and the 2-hour lecture I did in Laughlin, Nevada. It's called the UFO. What did I say? The UFO Mega, MEA, Mega Conference. And so, you know, I remember many years ago, as a child, when I was 8 years old, I was going to Catholic school and telling us,
Can you hear what happened?
nuns were telling us children, 8 years old, they were telling all of us children that there's going to be a special mass held just for children. So we all have to be in church tomorrow night for a special mass for children. So the next night I was there, and so the nuns told us, if you have any questions about your faith, you can ask the bishop. But if you ask the bishop, remember, you don't have any questions. You don't ask any questions. So even if you ask, you don't have any questions. Well, the next night I was in the church, like all the other Catholic children in town, and the bishop asked us, he said, after the service was over, he said, if you children have any questions about your faith now that you're Catholics,
Whoa.
I answered them.
Somebody turned it
So
red.
I stood up because I didn't want anybody to miss who I was. So I stood up and I said, yes, Bishop, I have a question. I said, my father works with blowtorches, and sometimes he lets me play with a blowtorch because he wants me to see how dangerous they are. And so if I am standing with a torch in my hand and it's on fire, if an angel was to appear to me, because we've seen the angels appear to people, and so if an angel appeared to me and I've got a torch in my hand, could I burn the angel with the torch? And the bishop said, no, you can't burn an angel. I said, why not? And he said, well, because angels, you can't even see an angel, much less burn one. If you're going to burn something, you got to have something that will burn, like paper or plastic or wood, something like that, because you can't burn an angel. And I asked him, I stood and asked him, I said, why can't I burn an angel? And he said, because angels are spirits. You can't burn a spirit. You can't even see a spirit, much less burn one. So I said to the bishop, I said, then Bishop, why am I concerned that I'm going to go to hell where I burn, my spirit will burn forever if you can't burn a spirit? And he didn't know what to say. Nobody's ever asked him that question before. Nobody.
Yeah, if it's in the spirit.
So after that, I started putting pieces of Alka-Seltzer in the holy water. Yeah.
You made holy water champagne?
Yeah, holy water champagne.
Did they find out it was you?
Oh man, yo, shout out to Con Heart Media. Carhartt
Yeah.
Media just turned it up.
George is,
Shut up and don't ask no question. Keep your damn mouth shut. You don't have no question. You're not supposed to have any questions. Only smart people.
only
Only
smart people. That's right.
Yo,
smart. They
dang.
have.
Get in the corner, huh? Get over there. Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, you don't have brains enough to be smart enough to ask any questions. So just sit down and shut up and wear your mask and don't ask any questions. Just breathe it in and breathe all the chemicals in from the mask. We hope you die pretty soon because you're so damn stupid. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
man.
you be getting real with it.
Sound
Now
like you
Jordan,
preach.
yeah, Jordan be getting real. I like that Jordan. It's
sound
like
like
Jordan can speak on it. Yeah. Yeah, I like the way you talk because you talking that talk.
Yeah. I mean,
Kind Heart Media said most of us started listening to Jordan Maxwell and or listening to other people regurgitate information he investigated.
yeah.
Let's support him with Killer Priest support super chat. This is from the Kind Heart Media team. Thank you, Jordan, for helping us along this journey. And hey, yo, listen, Jordan. This is from and Kind Heart has been turning it up. They turned it all the way up 300. Yo, we want to tell you that yeah, we all feel that way, Jordan. We all feel that way, and your longevity, and you still here. I know you. I want to go back a little bit to Manly P. Hall because you said that when you were good friends with him, and he did lectures, and I know that they robbed his notes or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think that he will? How did he get? And this is coming from Hakeem, once again. How did he get that his message across without his notes?
Well, you go on my website will be a good start because I've got everything on there. I've been talking about for 60 years. Everything's on there.
Indeed.
And a lot of stuff is coming. I got a lot more stuff is coming, but my webmaster can only do so much in a 24-hour day. 24-hour day.
Who's your webmaster? Is it AD?
No.
Oh, it got to be you, AD.
He's got somebody already
Got
set
somebody,
there.
okay.
Yeah, he should. Yeah.
Got you.
Now I've got somebody who is my webmaster, and he does exactly what I tell him to do, and I pay him. But I
Okay.
have to pay him because he has a life of his own.
Right.
And
Right.
so I have to pay him to work for me. And the only way I can pay him is if people join my research society so I get the money so I can pay him.
Well, you have
So need for everyone hearing me that wishes to know about this work that I've been doing for 60 years to go on my website, jordanmaxwellshow.com, and go to the first page and you will see join the research website. You join it, and then you will see all of the stuff I've been talking about for years. Audio, visuals, audio, video, lectures, white papers, research papers, pictures, documents. I mean, every kind of piece of information you want to know what's going on in the world, it's all there.
we
So
we have
It's-
another question from another Kaba. You can read that, or is that Kaba Brax?
Darkman asks, do you think that capitalism is the ideal economic system?
of the what system?
If it's the ideal economic system in general.
Well, I think capitalism is the only system on the earth. Even the lazy, useless, dim-witted communists, they have to work and pay their bills. So that's capitalism. They want the money, and they control the money, and they want to work to pay their bills and pay their rent. And so even the lazy, useless, and asshole communists, they want to work and make money so that they can pay their bills. Well, that's capitalism. So I think, yeah, capitalism is very important because the people who want to work and pay their bills don't go home and put your mask on and we hope you die. They go out and they're not wearing a mask and they are working and making money.
Yeah.
So they control you.
Yeah.
Perfectly asked. K-Bob Prax got a question too.
What do you think about, because you spoke about the cashless society. We all know what's going there. But I'm looking at it like this. I look at Bitcoin Ethereum, and the likes. This
Yeah.
is the beginnings of the cashless society. But
That's,
what's funny about it is that they have everybody bidding on it like the stock market.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know,
but people are so profoundly uninformed. They don't know what they're doing. They just get in on something, and there's a lot of money in it. So they're going to invest in it, and they invest in it, and they're going to get it, and then they're going to find out what they've really got. They got a digitized world, and
digitized
now they
world.
can shut you down forever.
I feel like they're gonna come with a federal coin. That's
That's
gonna
right.
be like the Ethereum or Bitcoin, but I think it's gonna
Yep.
be like a federal.
Oh, you know what? You're on the wrong mic.
Oh, shit.
But you have to
Oh, okay.
practice.
Sorry.
You got to
Yeah.
practice it. You got to get it right.
Yeah.
So they have to practice. So that's why you got Bitcoin and all the other digital coins to get used to it.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's the beginning stages of the cashless society.
Yeah,
It's
and when you
actually
think of where our money comes from, our money is called the Romans in the ancient Roman Empire said that there were two things on the earth, and only two things. There was land and the sea, land and the water. So the Romans said there's only two kinds of law on the earth: the law
the maritime.
and the law of the sea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so maritime law is based on the sea. And who is doing business on the sea if it's not big ships? That's why they keep building them bigger and bigger and bigger, because they're doing a lot of business on the sea. And so
Yeah.
when the ship pulls in, it pulls in at the harbor and it parks at the dock. And therefore, once it pulls in at the dock, it's in its own berth. And so if you're going to take a ship to somewhere in the world, you have to go to the ship. She's sitting in her berth. And so it's a birth certificate. And so therefore you are you have given birth to as a material, as a piece of merchandise that somebody owns, a lodial.
Allodial.
Find out they own you, a lodial. Therefore, you can never, ever break out because they own you. And they can kill you, they can steal from you, they can rip you off, they can do anything they want and take you to court, and they can do whatever they please to do because they own you. And that's why I said I don't buy this fact that they own me. I own myself. I'm going to do my own thinking. I don't do anything for anybody else. I do my own thinking. And
Gangsta J.
therefore, I understand what they mean by allodial.
Gangsta Judd.
So when a ship pulls into a harbor, all ships, every kind of ship in the world, sailing ships, the big commercial liners, airships, rocket ships, all kinds of ships have a captain.
Right.
And the captains will tell you that their ship, they call her she. She's a good ship, and she's very seaworthy. She's a good ship. Why do they call their ships she? It's because it's the law of maritime admiralty law. All ships, if it's on the sea or in the air, airships, rocket ships, any kind of ship, is a female. That's why they call her she. Why is she? Why are all ships she? Is because she delivers the product. We come from a she, and she delivers the product. And she was in the delivery room delivering you. And that's why all the jets, all the ships that are bringing all the equipment to America to sell, they are bringing in materials to sell. And so you have been bought and sold. And that's why she is the ship. And every item on every ship that comes into this country has to have its own certificate of manifest. Every single car, a television, or article that can be sold in America has to have its own material manifest. And so it's called because when the ship pulls in, what is the ship park? It parks at its dock. They parked at the
Classic.
dock. So therefore, we have to have a dock certificate, or it's called a berth because she's in her berth. So you have a birth certificate, and the birth certificate tells the world how much you are worth. And do you have 5 fingers, and what color are you, and how tall are you, and what is your weight, and do you have enough hands, and do you have feet? And that's all the things that they ask for with a car. Is it 4-door? Is it 2-door? Is it air conditioning? And what color is it? Where is it from? Well, that's the same thing the doctors do with you because you have a birth certificate. Where you come from and how much you weigh and how much you are and all that. And so they can put a price tag on you. And so right now it's 9.6 million.
Each person. Crazy.
Yeah. Every person is worth 9.5 million. So
somebody says it's kind of okay.
That banks are running the world. They don't give a damn about you. The politicians don't give a damn about you. You go and listen to people like George Carlin. He talks about how the money people of this world, they don't give a damn about you or your family or anybody else. They only care about how much money they're making. That's why when they go and when the country is bankrupt and we're going down the tubes, they're still getting $160 million in extra money that the banks are giving the heads of the big corporations. They give them the money. And so they get their big bonuses. They get their millions and millions of dollars in bonuses. Why? They don't give a damn about this country. They don't care about you. They want the money in their hands because they can go somewhere else.
That's right. Conhard Media would like to know how could they support you monthly and do a monthly fundraiser. That's the type of cast we got rolling through. They want to know how could they support you and do a fundraiser.
You go on my website, jordanmaxwellshow.com. Remember to add the word show, jordanmaxwellshow.com. You will see on the right-hand side of the home page, you will see a button that says donate. Donate to Jordan Maxwell. And if you go on the donate button and put in your donation, I get it immediately.
We got you, brother Jordan. K. Brack, Kaba Braxis asked a question. He asked if Aristotle is the father of white supremacy and European colonism with the Hellenizing of the ancient world.
What about it?
He's asking is if you think that Aristotle is the father of white supremacy and European colonism with the Hellenizing of the ancient world.
Well, I don't know if I would say he was the father of it, but I'm sure that he helped along and gave some information out because most of these guys that did know, they were very cautious about what they would say in public because they could be killed by the bankers if they talked too much. And so therefore, I think, yeah, maybe so. Maybe they knew something we didn't know, and they were keeping it to themselves and make sure that we don't know anything about it because they're going to keep you as a slave in your own country. They keep you as a slave in your own country.
Yeah, the banksters, they the real gangsters of the world. The banks, that's what I call them. Just like you, I call them the banksters.
Yeah.
And these guys, man, or the what's that one they called I've seen it. You know the guy Peter Joseph wrote the Zeitgeist.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine.
And Peter Joseph did Zeitgeist.
Yeah.
I was in it.
Yeah, you was in it. That's
Yeah,
right. That's right. That's exactly correct. You was in there.
And Peter Joseph was on a radio show back then, and I've got the radio show in my website. It's on my web. And in it, Peter Joseph said he was asked, why did you make this video called Zeitgeist? What caused you to make it? And he said, Peter Joseph said, there was one man that I was listening to. His name was Jordan
Maxwell.
That's right.
and he is the basis for the whole thing. Without Jordan, I would not have a movie at all. He was the one that I was listening to, and I figured I'm waiting for him to do something, but since he hasn't done anything, I'll do it. So he said, so I made Zeitgeist.
Yeah, I remember that because I met him. In fact, my Lost Children of Babylon, we did our last album was called The Zeitgeist, and it came with the movie that you're in. So yeah, it's awesome, man.
And
Well,
for those at home, that came out in 2017, and they can watch that now online.
You know this chat room know about Zach.
Yeah, they know about it. Speak about that's what I really wanted to go into. The banksters are connected to the economic hitmen because he spoke about that guy that was in that film, and he revealed the guy who wrote that book called The Confessions of a Economic Hitman, and how they work with the CIA to take down governments by putting them in debt. Like again, like you said,
they can do that to government. What are they going to do with you? They can do it with big governments, very powerful governments. They can take them down in a flip, no problem.
Wow,
Man.
The economic hitmen.
I don't know. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, continue, Adam.
Yep. What are they going to do with you? If the economic hitman can do it with a nation, how are they going to do it with you? You are no problem at all because they already own you.
Wow.
All governments on the earth are corporations. All governments are corporations.
Someone asked, did you know Zachariah Stitchin?
Oh, did I ever? I was his partner.
Wow.
I was Zachariah Sitchin's partner. I used to get him to speak at different different places, and I get his books published for him, and I travel with him, and he was my partner.
Wow. Wow. You knew everybody.
Jordan just went up. Jordan went up for the dunk. You just went up for the super slam dunk.
Yeah.
Jordan, man, you are definitely, truly a legend. How was Zachariah Stitchin? And man, I had no idea that you worked on it, but I can tell by when you talk. I mean, it's just you can go deep. You can go deep. So you know about the Sumerians and the ancient culture.
Zachariah Sitchin didn't want me going deep. He didn't like it.
No, he didn't want you to go deep.
Talk to him.
No.
Talk to him.
What did he want you to do?
Talk to him,
Why?
Jordan.
Because why did he not want me to go deep?
Yeah.
Because I was so well connected with him, people would think he was behind what I was doing. And I told him, no, nobody's going to think that, Zachariah. I'm doing what I do.
Right.
You call him Zach?
And he was saying he thought that what I'm doing is going to reflect on him.
Oh, okay.
Zachariah Stitchin and Jordan Maxwell going into the coffee shop. Oh,
I can tell you all kinds of stories about Zachariah Sitchin you've never heard before. All kinds of things that I have seen him do and heard him do and know about him that I've never told anyone.
I've talked to somebody that watched one of his lectures, and they said he performed. He told the audience that he could predict times in the future, and he actually performed it on stage.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little? What did he? I was always thinking, like, what did he do? Because I wasn't there to see it, but you know.
Like I said, I've heard him talk in private over dinner about what's coming on the earth and who's doing it and why. So I know what's happening because I've heard the best of the best speaking. I've heard talk about it. And so the people need to keep going to the ball games and watching the football and baseball and tennis ball and bowling ball and softball and all the other silly ass ball games. Bowling ball, croquet ball, and
blue balls. And
And
it's
you need to
go
go
ahead.
into your ball games and don't worry about the future because you don't have no future. They own you. And you're just here to work and make money for the corporation, to be a security for the body social. And when
Right.
you die, they give you
Good looking.
social
You got the
security.
Right.
no doubt. Ooh.
Right. Right. Wow.
That's if you keep your mouth shut and don't ask any questions.
So that
I started asking questions a long time ago. And the older I get, the more questions I've got. Now I've got some real doozies that nobody wants to talk about.
yeah, they don't
God
want to,
Bell.
you
Hey
know.
Jordan, could you
Yeah,
bring where did the Jesuits stem from?
the Jesuits came from the 15th century. In the 15th century, Ignatius Loyola was a Catholic priest, and in the 15th century there was a Renaissance, and people started asking questions about the church and questioning whether the church was telling us the truth or not. And so Ignatius Loyola was very, very, very Catholic, and he wanted to defend the Pope and defend the Holy Father. And so he founded a group of priests that wanted to do whatever they could to protect the Pope from the people. And so he founded an order of Jesuits. The Jesuits are a very crafty, demonic, depraved group of people who are doing whatever they can to destroy America and to destroy the whole idea of asking questions. Nobody asks any questions. You don't question nothing. You keep your mouth shut. That's the Jesuit idea.
Wow.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what the Jesuits like or don't like. I ain't doing nothing. I'm not going to do anything they want. So I know who they
Gangster.
are.
Wow. That's gangster. What about the Templars, the Knight Templars?
The Knights Templars were a military group that was assigned to the Catholic Church to protect the Catholic Church. And they were going around setting up all of the accoutrements to the Catholic religion. And so they realized that the Catholic Church was new and they had to do something to show how the Catholic Church is part of something very, very old. So they came up with the idea, the Knights Templars came up with the idea to help the Catholic Church by telling us the story of ancient Israel. In point of fact, there was, in fact, no ancient Israel ever existed. None of it. The whole of the New Testament is nothing more than a metaphor. It never existed. There was no King David, no King Solomon, no Queen of Sheba. There was no Old Testament period because there was no ancient Israel. It never existed. And today there are professors in Israel who are coming out with books and saying there was no ancient Israel, ever, never existed. It's all a story put out there all over the world by the Knights Templars, by the Masonic Order, which is a Masonic order, it's a military Masonic order, called the Knights of the Temple of Solomon. And they gave us the whole world of information about ancient Israel. And the ancient Israel this, and ancient Israel that, and ancient Israel this. There was, in fact, no ancient Israel ever existed. Therefore, all stories in the Old Testament are nothing but stories. And I used to get in trouble. My mother would beat me with a belt for telling stories. Well, that's what we've got in the New Testament is the Old Testament stories.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is.
Yeah.
There was no Old Testament. It never existed.
Well, you know,
Knights of Malta.
Yeah, the Knights of Malta, they are the mafiosi. They're the gangsters of the Catholic Church. They're the ones that have to do with the Holy Father who speaks for God. He's a godfather. They are the ones that gave us the mafia. La Cosa
Malta
Nostra.
Mafia, yeah.
Yeah, Italian secret societies. And so you gotta watch out about them because they are killers.
You know, I wanted to always say, I always said this, that the so-called Temple of Solomon over there is the
Yeah,
original. Zechariah Sitchin brought this out. He said that it's really the Temple of Baalbek, the
that's
ancient
right.
Sumerian temple, and that the foundation that the so-called Israelites or Jews are building on the foundation of that ancient temple.
That's
So,
right.
so a lot of people are arguing back, and not only that, the Israeli Archaeological Institute of Ancient Studies, they're actually excavating the Temple of Baalbek, but they're not really particularly telling anybody about it.
I know, but I know that, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for them.
Yeah.
I'm telling the people there was, in fact, no ancient Israel ever existed. Period. End of sentence.
What about Islam?
Islam was founded by the Knights Templars and promoted by the Jesuits. The Jesuits have promoted Islam for the Middle East to give the people of the Middle East something crappy to worship and bow down and kiss their feet of their emperors for the Jesuits. And so it's nothing but a whole business. Islam is a corporation. It's on the New York Stock Exchange. It's on the Washington, D.C. Stock Exchange. And Islam is on the London Stock Exchange. It's a corporation in the hands of the Jesuits. And that's an incredible story.
Christianity.
Christianity itself is sun worship, the worship of the sun. And that's why we call Jesus God's Son. S-U-N, Son. Why? Because he's risen. He's our risen Savior. Well, of course, the damn thing rises every morning. About 5 o'clock it comes up, it rises. And so the Son of God is the S-U-N of God. The Son is our risen Savior. Why is it risen? Because it's our only hope for life. He gave us life, the Son of God, and our life is depending on the sun. Because without the sun, the earth is going to be frozen over so quick. It's going to be frozen over, and there'll be no life on the earth forever and ever and ever again. So that's why the risen sun is risen. He is giving his light so that we can live. We can see in the daytime because of the sun. We're getting his warmth, and so we're getting his warmth. And one of the zodiacal signs in the zodiac was the Virgo. Virgo was a virgin. And Virgo has control over the spring. The spring of the year. And so the sun comes back to the northern hemisphere in spring.
I have control.
And bringing life back to the earth. With the flowers that bloom and all the flowers and everything is blooming and everything's growing again because of the sun in the spring. Well, the sun in the spring is in Virgo. That's why Jesus called God's son, who's born of a virgin, Virgo the virgin.
Catholic. Okay.
Yeah, we are told that, I could go on for hours and days with all the stories that come from.
Love it.
It's just an incredible story.
I don't know. The origin of the Kabbalah.
Yeah. The Kabbalah was brought about by the rabbis that were in Babylon. The Babylonian rabbis came up with the idea of a Kabbalah. And since then, all of the poor, innocent, ill-informed, unread knuckle-draggers and goofballs of the world have accepted the Kabbalah. Everyone loves the Kabbalah. Why? Because it's Babylonian and it's demonic, and it's all the teachings of the old ancient Babylonian priest. And that's why today, in the Middle East, there was something called the land of the land of who was it? Israel was the land of Canaan. Have you ever heard of the land of Canaan?
You say I'm sorry, Canaan, Cana, Cana.
Yeah, we heard you.
Have you ever heard the word Canaan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, the land of Canaan was what we call today Israel.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, but Israel was called the land of Canaan, and they worshiped the sun, and the sun was called Baal, B-A-A-L, Baal.
Mm-hmm.
And today we have a sun which is a Baal, B-A-L-L, not B-A-A-L, Baal. And so in Baal worship, the old ancient Israel, the ancient people of Israel, were not Israelites. There was no ancient Israel, but it was the land of Canaan. In the land of Canaan, they worship a god, and he was a god, a big statue, and in front of this big statue was a big pool, and they would fill the pool up with oil and burn it. And while it was burning with the oil, they throw their children into the fire. And so after the children died, when they were thrown into the fire to worship Baal, the sun god, when the children died, after the fire went out, the Canaanites had the priesthood, and the Canaanites had to eat the bodies. They were required to eat the bodies of the children that they had burned. And so that's where we get the word today. Baal worship from the land of Canaan gives us Cannibal.
Cannibal. Right.
Yeah,
Cannibals.
Cannibals. Right. Wow, man, this is heavy, man. This. God.
Tune
whoa.
in, man. Hit that
Yo,
subscribe,
man. Make sure, Jordan,
Hit
man.
them likes, hit them subscribe, yo. Gotta pay the bills. Hit them super chat.
Make sure you guys make sure you guys go and subscribe to Jordan. Become a part of his website. Because we need this information. We do this for a reason.
Most
on
people don't
page.
realize they need it. Most people don't realize what they have in me. They don't realize who I am and what they have in me. I'm bringing the real, unadulterated truth to the people of this world. I'm telling you for sure, you don't know what's going on. You need to know what's happening and why and what it means and what the words mean and where they come from. And it's just an incredible story about how much you don't know.
The origin of Catholic.
Catholic is a Latin word which means it comes from the Roman Empire.
Yep.
It means, and the Catholic means universal. And so therefore, air is Catholic. Water is Catholic. Stupidity is Catholic because it's all over the world. And anything that's all over the world is Catholic. It's universal. It's everywhere. And so today we have a Catholic Church, which is the Roman religion of Caesar all over the world, including the Empire State of New York. And New York is the Empire State of world communism. And that's what the Catholic Church is a part of, all of this stuff. And so therefore, when you see the Pope, just remember he's the Holy Father who speaks for God. He's a Godfather. So
we have another question from Johnny Taylor. He asks, "What do you think about David Icke?"
I like David. David's a good guy. I like him. I'm the one that brought him to America.
Wow.
Back in 1991, I was introduced to David Icke, and I brought him here. I brought him to America, and I brought him to my office, and I paid for him to come over here, and I got him on radio and television, got his books published,
Yeah,
and I
right there.
David Icke's book.
Yeah.
So I've been in touch with all of these people. Nobody seems to remember Jordan Maxwell anymore.
No, we do. Everybody, Jordan,
no.
man.
What you
Don't
talking
feel
about,
that
man?
way.
Don't ever feel like that.
Yeah.
This is why we have you on the platform.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna hook you up, and
yeah.
you here, and we all pushing to help you. And you know, you got a home here. Like I said, you could always come over here and let the people know. We'll let the people know for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That you have. We understand what you went through, but we're gonna get you to where we can do something right. We're gonna go send everybody to your website and do. We're gonna do you the justice that you
What about a
deserve.
GoFundMe? Maybe like a GoFundMe
Yeah.
for Jordan.
I said that.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's some
It's
sort of a
kind
go.
hearts. Well, a GoFundMe,
Like
a fundraiser.
yeah.
Okay,
Like
yeah, that'd be good.
GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I don't
For Jordan Maxwell.
have anything. I don't have anything. I'm
Yeah.
broke. I've got nothing. But I'm 80 years old. I'm still working to make sure everybody hears. But I'm 80 years old and I don't own anything. I don't have any money. I'm broke and don't know how I'm going to stay alive any longer. So that's why I would like to have people come to my research website and join my research website. Just go on jordanmaxwellshow.com. And we go on
What question
jordanmaxwellshow.com.
about Rogers?
Say it
Sorry.
again.
No, somebody got a question about Rogers. I saw it, but I don't see. I don't see what the question was. Somebody had a question from Rogers. Yeah, I don't think so.
All right.
Continue, Jordan. Yeah.
Say it again.
Well, just continue what you were saying. You know. So yeah. Let's try to. We're gonna try to hook up a GoFundMe for you, so we can get you at least get you some cash. You know what I'm saying? So you can go. Do you have a caretaker or anybody helping you?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't live in your state, but we could do is we can get the finances to you. So at least you have some.
If you just go on my Jordan Maxwell Show,
Right.
my website, and on the right hand side of the home page, you will see a sticker that says donate.
Right.
If you click on the donate button, it takes you right to the bank, and you can type in how much you want to donate, and that's it.
Right.
And I get it immediately.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right, so it's like that. So, hey, everybody in the super chat room, please donate to the jordanmaxwellshow.com.
Yeah, and go to my research website and get the research website if you want to hear the whole story. It's all there.
Man, we would love to hear the whole story.
Yeah.
Just a part of the story is so good, man. I mean, just piece of the story, but the whole story is just phenomenon. And
I
you
remember you spoke about the Hegelian dialect.
Yeah.
On the one jump. Can you speak about that?
Well, Hegel was a German, and he was always talking about how if you're going to control people, you got to give them stories, and so that's what the stories were called, the Hegelian stories or the Hegelian dialects, and that's what we are doing right now. We're giving out Hegelian information, information which is going to cause a lot of trouble if people listen, because they're going to learn something they never heard before.
Right.
And that's, I want to do that. I want to cause people to question everything.
Right. Well, yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, once again, everybody, make sure you donate to jordanmaxwellshow.com.
Yeah.
To
You
the
go on the
grand- to
right hand side of the home page and you'll see a donate button.
Yeah.
And listen to some of the shows I've done.
Oh man, we saw
Yeah. Well,
we
you
saw
know,
numerous thousands of shows you done,
Yeah,
Jordan.
but some people may have not seen them,
everywhere.
so you might want to go and jump on there and subscribe to that and help the Grand Master Elder,
Jordan
of the
Maxwell.
information age. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
what he needs to get done.
So,
You've heard elder abuse?
huh?
You've heard of elder abuse?
Elderly abuse?
I heard about it, but I don't like to think about it. I don't want to.
Yeah.
They're not. No one abuse.
Abusing your elders.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you gotta look at it like coming from what Jordan is saying. It's like, well, you don't have no as an elder,
That's
and you
deep.
don't have nobody there. That is kind of abusing your elders, because everybody needs that. You get to that age up in life.
That's
you
why we got to
need-
take care of our
you gotta
elders.
you gotta take care of your elders. You have to. You can't just put grandpa in a old folks home. Nah, man, you let him stay at home, and you go talk to him. He could walk around in the backyard, or you could go take him fishing sometime. You know what I mean? Well, I'm just you can't just leave people. You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, you need the elders around.
Yeah, I know. But so many people today think, well, what have you done for me lately? Well, lately I haven't done much of anything because I'm 80 years old. I can't do very much.
Right.
Well, that's what I've done for you lately. It's the last 60 years of my life I have put into my work.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
K Bob Praxis says salute to your what's that? Sophistry, Jordan.
Say again?
He says salute to your sophistry, Jordan. It's masterful.
Sophistry.
Sophistry, yeah. Well, it's a deep
Or
word.
no, I think he said sophistry. Yeah, it's an SAT word, so I'm not good at pronouncing.
Yeah.
But he said salute to your sophistry. And then we missed another one up here. Let's see. Oh, it went by fast.
Shout out to Hanzo. So we got wait a minute, Catholics. So
Keep in mind all the stuff that's on my research society. There's just tons of documents and pictures, photographs, and all kinds of information that nobody has. But keep in mind, I have tons of more stuff that's going to go on my website. So if you join my website every day, check it out, and there's always going to be more and more and more, because I've got so much I have been doing over the past 60 years, and I've been saving it all for my webmaster to put it on my website. So just remember, that's where it's all at, is on my website.
Yeah, that's dope.
How much longer is the show?
No, you good, man. We got enough information from you. I think that I mean, everybody who got the super chat, if you want to ask them a question, you really want to go there? Go ahead, ask. Go ask them.
Roberto Reyes wants to know your thoughts on the flat Earth, or whether the Earth is flat or the Earth is round, or as a ball.
You know what? When it comes to the flat Earth, I am like most other people. I don't believe it, but the flat Earth people they actually have a lot of good information that makes you think. And so I can't say for sure because I don't know.
That's my man.
It makes you think. All right, see,
Jordan is my man.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't say for sure.
Talk that
Can't
talk,
say.
Jordan.
Hey,
Talk that
here's
talk.
the
Jordan.
thing, Jordan.
Well, we're not trying
I
to
gotta
go
call
into
you-
this topic right now, but
All right,
go
all
ahead
right.
and say a
That's too much.
sentence.
I was about to ask Uncle Jordan, man.
Okay.
I was about to ask him something, but we talked to an astronomer. We had an astronomer on here. Kill Priest had an astronomer on here, and he proved, in my opinion, that the Earth was round because he said he went to the top of the. What did you say he go there? He lives in like
Yeah, he
near
said
the
he
North Pole
Take a trip with him or something.
or whatever, and they go to near the Northern Lights, and you could actually see the curvature of the Earth. Is what he's saying, like where he goes to observe the stars.
But we have no photos.
I
But,
look at the
We have
moon
photos.
and it's round. I look at the sun and it's round. And the sun represents gold because it's a golden sun. And the moon represents silver because it's silvery moon. And so I know that gold and silver comes from the sun and the moon. And I know that everything in the heavens is round. So why aren't we round?
Because we're not in the heavens. Okay, next question.
You can't throw that jab.
So-
You heard him, Jordan? Let's take a little quick jab. Go ahead.
Nothing but respect for your work, but how does all this symbolic, esoteric info relate to the body self? That's a question from Jay Prince. He's asking. Go ahead.
What?
He's Jay Prince is asking, how does all the symbolic, esoteric info relate to the body, self, soul?
Well, you're not going to understand anything about the body. You're not going to understand anything about the soul if you don't know there's a bigger picture. And that you don't know what the bigger picture is. And so you're not going to understand anything until you do look into all of the dark secrets of the world. Most people are too ignorant to look into anything. They just want their basketball and want their basketball and football. And so they don't want to look into anything. Well, I know that without looking into the dark secrets of the world, you're never going to understand anything. So that's what I want. I don't want to go through life.
Perfect.
I don't want to go through life ignorant, ill-informed, and ignorant and stupid. I want to be at least knowledgeable on every subject in the world. I don't care what it is. I want to know at least how to talk about it in public.
Well said.
Well said. Yes. Yes.
Well said. That was beautiful.
Well, I say, man, I want to just we always thank you, but I just want to, we always have to thank you, Jordan, Uncle Jordan. That's the Uncle Jordan. That's what I call you. And thank you for the information. Thanks for the knowledge. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've used your information to enlighten people in my life. You know what I'm saying? When I was a very young man, I'm 43 years old now, but in my teens and in my 20s and in my 30s, I've always said, yo, you need to listen to Jordan Maxwell. Go read his books and go listen to his lectures, because he'll confirm what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I used to say you was the deepest, man. Out of
Yeah,
all of
you
the
was
cats,
actually the deepest.
out of all of them. I think that my hat goes off to Jordan as one of the deepest, because when I heard you break down the sun
Yeah.
on the, what was it, Exxon,
The
double
you
cross,
killed that.
the double cross of the Exxon.
That
was
Yo,
incredible.
That was profound.
That was profound.
Because sometimes, you'll
And the
build.
s- and
It's
the
right.
sun from sun. What's that sun do? No, the gas station.
The gas station symbol is a symbol of you say Amun Ra, right? Or the sun at
Yeah.
yeah.
No, he was explaining that the sun was rising, and you saw the picture. Yeah,
right.
The double cross.
Exxon, right.
Yeah, Exxon. Yo, break down the Exxon. That was crazy.
deep.
The
That was
double
deep.
cross. That was one of the best
That
ones,
was
man.
dope, yo. I really love that.
Yeah, well, I've been talking about this stuff for a long, long time. And I've been talking about what was coming to America and what the people were going to do to this country. And why? Because the people don't realize they're not owners of this country. They don't own anything. That we are nothing more than a commodity. They own us. We're on the stock market. And we're on the stock market of the New York Stock Exchange. And so many people do not understand that we are not anything. We don't have anything. We got nothing. We don't own anything, and we have nothing. And therefore, we can't say anything because we don't know anything. And you're not going to rip off people who are highly, highly intelligent. But that's why America is so incredibly ripped off and lied to and cheated, because they don't know what's going on. Knowledge is power, and without the power of knowledge, you can't tell what's going on.
That's right.
So that's why I do what I do. I'm trying to help people to wake up.
And you're doing a good job of that. You're turning on the light. You blowing the whistle. You turn on the light for so many of the youth and even older guys and girls and women and children all over the world. Shout out to you from 100 Blacks. I want to shout out to 100 Black Rock. There was another one too, AD. Oh, there we go.
Here comes that beeping.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan, you've been great, man. I want you to go get your go get some. You dropped a lot of jewels on us. I think that we had enough I mean, you know what I'm saying? We never have enough.
Never have enough.
Never
We
have enough, but I think
We
that,
can always do it later. We can always do more later.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll go.
yeah. We just want to let you know we're going to send you out beautiful. We want to tell you that, you know, the love is always here and it's genuine, and we cherish your work for forever.
Yes.
What's that sound?
What does that sound? You all,
That's what happened last time.
last time that happened.
You got an alarm going off.
Say it again.
You said you have an alarm. Do you have an alarm going off in the background?
Well, I don't hear it myself, but I know I've heard that story before, so I don't hear it. But I'm going to go now, and let's do something else. Let's do something else later. Let's do it again later, another
I heard
time.
somebody else talking.
All right.
It's Illuminati, man.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't hear that?
Yeah, you don't hear it?
No,
They
I
working
don't hear
behind it. You know how that go.
All right.
You don't hear it. All right.
All right, Jordan. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
other people-
And
Okay.
we'll be in touch again for the next appearance.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See what the Illuminati did?
That happened last time.
I think it happened on the same time
Yeah, last
also.
time.
So it
It's the
definitely
same
must be an
time?
alarm, yeah.
You don't think it's a fire alarm, yo?
It's
the fire
definitely
alarm. Well, fire alarm sound. I don't know. Like,
not a fire alarm.
Why you say a fire alarm?
no, sometimes it sound like that.
It was definitely an alarm, but I don't think it was fire.
You know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I just don't think it was a fire alarm.
So you saying he got an alarm in there, yo?
I think it's
He got an alarm that he sets the
Might
time
be.
when he talks to people.
not for talk to people. I think it's set for every day at 7:30 for some reason.
Yeah, but he said that he can't hear it. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
You think he?
I don't
Said
know.
it was said before. Said
I don't
before.
know.
He just said like, oh, everyone says that they hear this noise and I don't hear it.
We got 611 people in the building, yo.
Yeah.
That was good though.
That was
we got a
awesome, man.
lot of information.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, telling you, enlightenment. Yo, shout out to Con Hearts once again. Shout out to Nene. A shout out to everybody who's been supporting. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna support Jordan.
Yeah, yes.
And let me say this. Another thing is, we have to take care of the elders who really,
Yeah.
you know, paved the way, and cats that you know. I mean, I heard how Dr. Ben, you know, passed away. It was sad. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Ben has been doing it for a very long time, and it's crazy. It's like,
You know, it's kind of not to cut you off.
yeah,
God.
well, go ahead, cut me off, Lord.
No, I'm sorry, God.
No, it's good.
But you know, when I found I don't know about you, right? Like when you found out Dr. Ben was in where he was at, right? And he was going through what he was going through. Like I kind of thought in the back of my mind, no disrespect to anybody in the conscious community or a part of the you know, anybody that's his students. But I just kind of feel like Dr. Ben, in my opinion, shouldn't have went out like that. He shouldn't have been on like an old folks home, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would, man.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got 586. Yeah, that's deep.
That is just like, damn. So
That's-
you can't just keep just throwing the older gods, the elder gods. You know, you just can't just throw them in the corner. You just throw them over there. You know what I mean? You can't do that. But that's what they do to a lot of us, man. When we get, I'm not that of that age, but I wouldn't want the young youth to, you know,
To
do
leave you
that.
like that.
Yeah, leave me like that, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like
kind of crazy.
drop you off.
Just drop you off.
Yeah,
They come
man.
over there. They want to talk to you about Heru and Horus and Osiris. Can you write the hieroglyph for me? Yo, this guy's in his, you know what I mean? He's about to pass. You know what I mean? Move on to the next world. You know what I mean?
That's
And
good
like,
trouble, man.
I don't
Good.
know, man.
Yeah, that's good. One thing you got to do is we have to honor them and give flowers while they're here. A lot of people thought about DMX
Yeah.
when he's around, and they knew he had a problem. And no one knows the time when it's your time. No one knows.
You never know.
You know, Tupac. It goes way back. I mean, this stories go. They probably was talking about that like for the pharaohs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody could have been sitting around the pharaoh, and it's no joke, but they could have been like, "Yo, man, I should have told him. You know what I'm saying? You should have told him when it was, you know.
When it was like, like
nobody said nothing, and next thing you know, he dead.
Yeah.
He's a mummy. And then Cass is like, yeah, and Cass back then that was talking outside the tomb. And we have to look. I want to ask about Bitcoin. All right, so let's get into the music. We got 580, we got 578 people in the building. Let's get to the music. We have a lot of people that sent in some music. So we're gonna view your music right now. I'm really so high right now off this.
Like, off the build.
Yeah, off the build and the tea and the watermelon.
Watermelon.
Feeling good. Now remember, watermelons is the only fruit that's red, black, and green.
Red, black. Oh, wow.
Don't talk junk about it.
Yo, I never looked at it like that. It's still. That's some wild. And we were looking at the tigers, right?
Yeah, the tigers love it.
Tigers love.
Yeah, and
love
lions,
watermelon.
all of the jaguars.
Right,
They
jaguars.
know something about that
Right.
watermelon. Yo.
You see what the white man did, right? The white man came in and had motherfuckers thinking that this Africans are savages. They all they eat is watermelon, and they put that in American.
Why would you think that of a fruit?
That's what they did though. The white man did that. Had motherfuckers
they
thinking
just
like, yo, they
stereotyped it.
you know they stereotype the watermelon. So now you got blacks thinking now you got blacks they don't want to eat watermelon because they seen the white man do that in the 60s and the 50s and in the 40s and the 30s. They made all kinds of movies
It's
about
a
it.
fruit, man.
It's a fruit. It's actually really good for you. You should eat watermelon. We eating it right now.
Good
In
source.
fact,
Good source of magnesium.
Yeah,
Indeed,
How you gonna
indeed.
How you gonna say somebody? Watermelon is good. Like, they got a lot of juice in it too.
Mm-hmm.
I know white people that eat watermelon 24/7. They eat it like this though.
Dre Mills.
Yeah. Cold, right?
Oh man.
Shout out to Dre Mills. Okay. I reach out to Tahuti tomorrow.
All right. Time for the song promotions.
Let's go. 553 people in the building. We are building up.
Yes, sir.
Let me say something to y'all. I want to personally thank the chat room because of y'all. We are building up and becoming a community. I also want to thank Conhart and I want to thank Nene because and all of the donations. You know what I'm saying? We are building up and we are talking about things that everybody is not going to talk about. We need this in these times, true dialogue, where we can communicate on high levels, on levels that they don't think that it's possible. The great Jordan Maxwell just came and said the same thing. Now you are capable of doing anything. All you have to do is get out of your own way. A lot of us are too scared because we are in our own way, blocking ourselves from the energy force. And it's you. Step out of your own way and do your thing. Let the energy that's in you flow freely. Whatever you want, you can do. Anything's possible. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
All right. So every show we have a segment that we call song promotions.
Song promotion.
Man, I didn't drop the way I wanted it
That
to.
was fire.
Actually, that was hot. Who did that beat?
That was me.
AD.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I just had the
ADs.
camera covered it up. I may have to do
Oh,
that
wow.
one more again. Hold on a second, because I had it all set. You know what? It's because when we work with Zoom, it gets all crazy.
Song promotion.
There you go. Yeah. All right, let's get right to it. So, the first one is Rakim Khalid. He's got a song called Down with the System by Amal J.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Let the games begin. I'm activated from the rage within. I'm stimulated when I bait my pen. Irritated by my fake ass friends. Participated every stage of sin. Levitated to a state of zen. Agitated by the space I'm in. Contemplated bringing life to an end. Concentrated not to ruin again. Concentrated not to ruin again.
Hey yo, I'm mindlessly concocting masterpieces. Your pastors preaching Jesus while imposters clapping teachers. So we rocking ninja socks and sneakers. Scalping false prophets in the dark mass in the mystic ethers. Moss charities, no church, yeah we so prestigious. While low life niggas remain in bottom beaters. The so-called elites, I shall fight them. Damage them eternally. eternally like ad infinitum. Return of the gods, I rap, one snipe 'em. Hit 'em in their dome piece, put the chrome to their brain, watch 'em hit their knees. No mercy for these fools, they stole our home, please. We taking it back, all eating no wrong grease. 1, 2, 3, hit 'em in their dome piece, put the chrome to their brain, watch 'em hit their knees. No mercy for these fools, they stole our home, please. We taking it back, all eating no wrong grease.
From inside, I manipulate the space between time. You know why? Was born with greatness, patiently waiting for my shine. I came from the sky, but I came with supplies that'll change your pain into fire. You see this octave is higher, perceive my cosmic empire. King Cosmic the prophet, I got the keys like a locksmith. Illuminati in his pop, and increase your vibe when you rock with us. We sublime with the mob that will feed your mind. No esophagus, lead the blind through apocalypse. I shine through the dark of the sky. A marksman, the hawk with the eye. Just be cautious when you target this guy. Marksman, just be cautious when you target him.
1, 2, 3, hit 'em in their dome piece, put the chrome to their brain, watch 'em hit their knees. No mercy for these fools, they stole our home, please. We taking it back, all eating no wrong grease. 1, 2, 3, hit 'em in their dome piece, put the chrome to their brain, watch 'em hit their knees. No mercy for these fools, they stole our
That's
home,
him.
please. We taking it back, all eating no wrong grease.
I'm second verse. Oh yeah. Make some noise for that, yo.
Yo, that shit was
All right.
hard.
Yeah, and right there in that super chat, that's the
Yo,
Mark
that
of
was
Buddha
dope, man.
right there.
That was
Yo, shout out to Mark of Buddha, yo. That was fire, yo. Keep
Mark
that
of
going.
Buddha, man. Keep it up, yo.
There's no words I can say.
That was fire. I got nothing.
The first guy was dope, though.
Yeah,
The first lyricist.
Yeah, he was dope.
He was off the chain. I was like, okay, this.
I think that was a hook too.
That was
like
that was like,
It
oh,
was dope.
okay.
I got no
Yeah.
engineering tips on that one either.
Yeah,
Like,
see, now you got AD is the master.
I got nothing to
He's
say.
the master.
Yeah, that
So
quality. This is what we
You
talk
hit
about.
it.
Coming with that type of quality.
That's what I'm
we
talking
can hear
about.
it. We like the song. It's a
Dope.
song
you
like
gotta
ready
have
to
it.
go.
You gotta have it like that, yo.
Dope.
That's how we gotta have it. You just gotta deliver it. When you gonna send it to the podcast, man, just make sure it sound good. You get a great rating. You know,
Absolutely.
AD is the controller of the rocket.
As far
So,
as engineering goes, it was dope.
yeah, there you
Good,
go.
good mix, good master.
You hear everything they saying. You hear the beat, the bass line, the snare. I mean, the whole 9 yards.
You get that head bob. Once your
Yep,
body
yep,
starts
yep,
responding
see,
to the head bob,
see,
your body
that-
will tell you, like, yo,
what
you
I'm
feeling
talking
this.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the idea of actually feeling a track.
That was
Okay,
fire.
moving on. Next one is by Red Sun. Red Sun has a few of these, so get ready.
A Red Sun. That's
Red
what.
Sun.
Yeah.
You know about him?
Red Sun. That's black. That's black excellence.
Oh,
Black-
yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
No, that's
yeah.
from Philly, right?
From Philly.
Oh yeah, play him.
Yo, we got 4 tracks by Red Sun we finna play,
sorry.
baby.
Yeah, he tried them. Remember, he said.
Yeah, we
He
gonna
said
get
he said yo
Him
from
and,
the last show. Yo, I'm about to get him on the song.
Now,
We gonna have him. Yo,
Everybody
I'm
already
excited.
hyped. Everybody hyped about this
I'm
guy. so get
excited.
ready.
I'm excited to hear what the brother got.
Okay, this song is called Hunger Pains.
Oh man, all right.
Get up, it's early, you're back eating your ribs. My wrist believing my insides. Where the food at is where we gotta get going. Moving, no luggage included, but my bread is ready for the movement. Get up, it's early, you're back eating your ribs. My wrist believing my insides. Where the food at is where we gotta get going. Moving, no luggage included, but my bread is ready for the movement. You break it into your mug. Spill your cappuccino while your fix will be on drugs. A metal pipe can hit you. Leave your ass on concussion. Attorney take you to your leak. Get your ass discussions until you're on your feet. A stick was how it was in your drawers, looking for the thug. When pipe yell out, your whole melon bell out. My shit is the buzz. Knock on your sneaks while you standing with your bug. Hit the light switch, break the cord out of plug. Karate backflips, old school like Elmer Fudd. Them kids on them drugs. Cool out, the heat tipping. Volcano flow, proclaim Diablo vision. Ballers won't hold pivot. You bitchin' now when the hood is hard like candy. Cavity your lips up. For sipping the game like hot content spill ups. You the type to earn mix ups. So we double the VIX up. What up? Get up, it's early, you're back eating your ribs. My ribs believing my insides. Where the food at is where we gotta get going. Moving, no luggage included, but my bread is ready for the movement. Get up, it's early, you're back eating your ribs. My ribs believing my insides. Where the food at is where we gotta get going. Moving, no luggage included, but my bread is ready for the movement. Who am I? A winner, a survivor, not a liar, no. Not a whiner, no. Became a rider, yes. When the walls couldn't widen, Dangerville defeating knowledge. Myself, I'm wiser, a fighter, a strong individual. Thought of who I am, now who you are. So really who you are, a crier, I hope not. In the fire or a determined.
Yo, I'm actually supposed to play this from right here. I want to make sure I get his verse in. My bad.
Yeah.
I really believe in my insides. Where the food at is where we gotta get going. Moving, no luggage included, but my bread is ready for the movement. Get up, it's early.
Yeah, I think this is a group. I fucked up. I'm supposed to play this at 2:33.
Yo, play his song.
Yo, this is his song. But like, I think his verse comes
okay.
in. Yeah, I was supposed to start it at 2:33. That was my bad.
Shit, dang.
Hold up.
Your back, eating your ribs, my wrist, believe in my insides.
Sound dope,
where the
though.
food
Yeah,
at
yeah.
is where we gotta get going. Moving, no luggage included, but my bread is ready for the movement.
I'm a prophet from a holy land. Walk through my golden sand, scorpions dressed in my hand. Container design, control pyramid skyline. Find a dazzle kind and make the sunshine recline. Design, innovate, industrious and pernicious to climb. The streets doing all the talking, then it's time to respond. You play a pawn for the regime standing behind. Relinquish the edge to define and refine. Implicate me and A when they tried to confine. Face this time, we combine like lemon and lime. Psychopsychiatry mastermind, reading the plague blind. A train running over your head is what I call a one-track mind. Resplendent outpatient, it'll become a time to give the kid don't know what he said, but it meant some shit. This verse is a perquisite, the outer limit. Hold the hook, I gotta finish it. Perplex pestilence, reflect themes and quarantines. My reveille awake the dead soldier, savagely craving. Get your eye pecked out by a ravenous raven. I'm a laughing hyena Mohican, decent. This secret weapon backfire. I got older and wiser. Now I save all my money. I became a miser. Official, got me pensive, personal. You fall in a pearl obstacle portal. I'm so deep, my CD comes with an structural manual.
Get up, get up.
Yeah, I like this.
Get up, it's
Yeah.
early.
Yo, you know, cause he's from Philly, right? Yo, I'm gonna give you a rating. This is Black
Excellence.
Black Excellence, man. Black Excellence, man. You on a whole another level on the Philly Chambers, because you sound like, I'm not saying like you sound like us, but somebody said, yeah, you sound like you brothers that y'all in Philly right now, rapping like that. Y'all the new cats. It sounds excellent. It sounds superb. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think that's awesome. We got to bring him in. You know what I mean? Bring him in and keep sending songs in, man. Keep sending songs.
You got 4 more.
I got 2 more for Red Sun.
Okay.
So that one was called Hunger Pains. Next one is called Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust. See, he got the names though.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Yo,
We got 3 more.
I'm from Philly and Priest. He like the lost. They like the lost children. The new law. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we
Priest
go.
found them.
I gotta start this one.
Priest, you found us, or we found you.
I gotta start this one at 2
way it
minutes.
works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, here we go. Starting this
I'll
at
say
2
something
minutes,
about
like
that
he
song.
said. Boom.
Lyrics is dope though.
The cannibals desire for your blood, no earning for the love. We pull them out the plug, the Holocaust. The cannibals, the Holocaust. You're not gonna eat me, the cannibal. You're not eating me, cannibal. Set me alive, man. Join me in this cannibal holocaust. Warning, the mass pouring, stretch my claws, face touring. The mad baby burst out his mommy like a species. She died, never cried, just evil laughs. Spit broken glass, was flourished with slaughter and taught torture under the floors of war zones. No matter what you do, don't put on them earphones. Mind traps left the beast for the beast, left the chest wide open for beats. Watch the creep like crawlers levitated station where vampires sleep. Drink mud, jungle thug, bug, side fish, wrist cut, 3 fingers, 1 arm, reach high, see the light, hungry bitch, take a bite in this religion, fight for your end. A boulder make his jaw spin like Wheel of Fortune. Sticks sticking out his ribs, that's the ill forcing. Forcing confusion, which doctor took it? Ingredients for the secret recipe. Eyes closed but looking. Take gut, boil you in a pot, boil you in a knot. Untie, I don't talk your language in a courtroom. I lie for the rotten pie and deny. Cross my heart, hope to die. My own tribe will kill me, they eat you alive. And die cannibals, the foot tribe, the river tribe, the Acomos don't want no parts. Lead darts,
You probably won't never make it to see a cannibal get ate by an animal. Dismantle you, disintegrate, dispose your science cake, disperse. Conceive a cannibal, I don't discriminate. She took me on a dinner date. Humans gotta gain a weight. Plus she having my baby, this sweet cannibal lady. She act weird and it's crazy. She crazy. She said she wanna go back with me to Philly and leave a job. She said she'll do whatever it take. Petting a snake, she looked down and saw my empty plate. She said, why you not eat? I said, cause I can't relate. Cause all it got on the menu was kids and steak. She said, taste these. I said, no. She said, please. I said, the only humans I eat is some seeds. Back in the back cave, I hold my back brave. Like the caveman did, swinging a heat wave. Bashing your head, I call that a brainwave. Still corpse from a grave.
That's the last verse on
Hey,
Hunger
Black
Pains.
Excellence, man. You gotta hit us up, yo.
Yo, that's my
Yo, that
that's
was
my
hard.
rap partner. Oh yeah, no doubt. Got the last verse on Hunger Pains. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's him saying that?
Yeah, because Hunger Pains it kind of confusing me. I mean,
There's a bunch of guys on
song, first song confused me a little bit.
Yeah. But no. The last verse, we know who you are, God. Those brothers was great too.
One of them
but-
sound like remind me of Nature
Yeah. Oh,
from Queens.
yeah. The first, that man. Yo, it was razor sharp, man. Black excellence, man. Hit me up, brother.
Okay, so this next one is in a way that we've never done before. Let's see. Hold on, let me try.
That's
to get this right.
that's excellence.
Yeah.
That's
You
Black
gonna-
excellence.
You gonna spit? Oh, okay.
That's
So yeah, so he's gonna do a little something here. He's
It's
gonna do
live?
like a freestyle. It's not live, but it's a video of him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So let me set
this
this
is the
up.
third song. Okay.
Yeah, I want to set this up here so you can see
Please,
it.
tearing that
Yeah,
watermelon
that's
up.
the watermelon. That's yours.
Yeah, I gotta get in there.
I got so many scenes in this thing. Hold on. Where's my YouTube? Here we go. Boom.
The tiger.
Here we go. And action.
Touchdown, you know this guard's round. Queens get a king crown, royalty gold now. In my palace, my people repellish. Give them a pound of knowledge of unknown architecture. Cause what they taught was mystery and history. Scrolls from out of the sea, you hear it. Native American nature spirit. I write this with the same minds to build the pyramids. And I pour Jews in Egyptian puzzling schools. And my bars is UFOs to drop clues. I'm Horus, fresh out the Black Lotus. You notice the righteous poet, the righteous poet. The righteous branches from my brain grows in the magma. Smoke my thoughts, root hair, and lay low. Then step out the volcano. Divine truth of unknown time. Power was spiritual, it's a miracle. His first words was lyrical, material was critical. Snatch the devil out the space vehicle. 187 born to the physical.
Yo,
Talk that
yo,
talk.
yo.
That was hard.
This one,
Lyrical, yeah.
He got kind of like a,
That was
you
dope.
know, wow.
Yo, Black excellence.
We coming for you, yo. We gonna have to like
It's rhymes.
we have to bring him out here. It's like we got.
Yeah.
Yo, DM me your number, brother, so we can get you on some stuff, man. Like, yo, you on fire right now, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
on
this
fire.
next one.
That's him again?
Yeah,
You
this,
got another
this is his
one?
last one. This is the fourth one.
All right.
This one is called Black Allah 9.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get it set up here because this is the first time we do an Instagram video. So hold up, I'm gonna make it full screen and boom. Hold up, I gotta refresh it. Boom. Damn it. Okay, here we go.
Built my god dome with the golden hearts. The medley sparks, the serpents lurking in my art. Vision dark and lost parts. The slick tongue, glide to speak, deceive the weak. They eat the treat in the street with venom glances. Fangs slobber on the pillow and sheets. Don't ever seek the way he creep for your prosperity. Willie
Black
Lynch
intelligence,
conspiracy
my bad.
theory was all military ideas that was learned from us by the Europeans. They backstabbed and the blade came out the front of the chest. I think of Yaku with the amber rule, creating an animal that they eat the other animals. We followed the manual of false promises, the path of Moses. Torah, rest between the rings of fire, divide the wisdom and become the water across the border, left and right hand, Sodom and Gomorrah, do the data formula, Arabia, Black Asia savior in her America, her mass hysteria area, she took carrier, but now she bankrupt, too much towards my metaphor, you never met her before, so what you think metal for, combined to make mega force.
Yo.
Yo, you're a spitter. You're a spitter,
You're a straight lyricist, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm from
Spitter.
Philly. I'm from Philly, yo. So you know,
Talk that talk.
I rap with the greatest. Black Thought, Chief Camachi, Vinny Paz influenced some of these brothers. You know what I mean? Not Black Thought, but all I'm saying is, brother, you know, you what you doing, you gotta keep doing it, and you just gotta connect, especially with me and the God, the Melchizedek of hip hop. This is Melchizedek. He discovered you, not me. So I'm listening. Oh, you know, I'm just
I didn't
saying.
discover him.
He didn't discover him, but I'm just saying. Well,
He did come on my
we
what's
all
name?
from Philly. We all from Philly. I'm just saying. Philly.
Somebody, yeah, he not from Chicago. He from Philly.
I'm from Philly, so I'm excited because I'm from Philly. You know, and I'm like blown away. It's like, yo, man, you on
I
a
told
whole.
y'all he had some stuff.
Yeah, dog. Yo, he's on the love. Cats need to know about you in Philly.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
And he battle raps too.
You a battle rapper too? Hey, Black Intelligence. DM me on Facebook. Not Facebook. Instagram. Put my Instagram up there for him.
Shout out to Donkey.
Donkey ass.
Where's Chief Kamach? We're in album. I don't know. Where's he at? Tell him to hit us up.
All right. On to the next one. On to the next. Hold on, I lost my whole thing here. Okay, this next one is by Aurora Borealis.
Oh shit.
It's called Science.
See, somebody being disrespectful on Cinco.
The common language of life.
You trying to be racist, that guy?
They know we took the cross.
Maybe I missed it.
Both palms, both feet, blessed be the humble meek. You see him righteous, you see peace, who don't eat. Spat on my face, struck me with their fists, smoked me after my trial, before my crucifixion. Mocked me, laughed at me, called me out of my name, canonical, gospel. Do you feel my passion of the Christ? Part 2, beatitude, part pilot, my palate. I was less speechless, abandoned by my own disciples who knelt beside me in the temple, for sure, till the hour the rooster crowed 3 times. I was denied each rhyme, come on, prophetic road, Sanhedrin, blindfold, beard, adorn long robe, crown of thorn, with a staff as a scepter, receptor. No doctor around, but I couldn't break the
Alright, that was Science by DJ Aurora Borealis.
Yo, what you think?
Okay, so I'm gonna just say you got whoever produced the beat needs to compress the beat. You know what I mean? Because those trumpets will pump in like, and then that'll like totally cover up some of the verse. That verse has to be nice and solid, nice and compressed in its own layer. But the beat needs to be a little less dynamic, and you fix that by compression. So master that compression. Whoever did the beat, I don't know if that was you or your homeboy. It needs a mastered. It needs to be mastered, basically. Master that beat, compress it up so that there's not too many dynamics, too many things popping in and destroying, the volume and area where the vocals need to sit nice and snug like an egg in the mix. Do you know what I mean? And the beat needs to be nicely around it like the nest. You know what I'm saying? So. That beat just needs to be compressed. That's my only input. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, again, that goes back to what AD being the mastermind engineer that he is. Remember, man, when you fucking record your vocals, compress them. It's all about the compression. And when you put it in, you upload it on the internet. You got to really be cautious about what you're putting up there. And if it's not mixed and mastered a certain way, it is what you hear is what you get. And if you made a mistake, the mistake is going to be up there forever until you fix it. So yeah, just try to make it. We know about the lyrics, we hear you, but make the sound good so we can play it in our car and play it on a stadium. Just make the sound good.
That shit was dark.
It
as
was.
hell. I like the dark shit. Was that the cat remind me of Prodigy?
Yeah.
Robert Barrados? Is that the cat?
Yeah, that's him. He had that kind of style. Like, you know what I mean? Like the darker style.
You got a super chat Priest,
Shout
how...
out to JDS.
Oh, you can see it.
Priest, how you and Kamachi have the same beat, Holy Rollers and Essential? Oh, yeah, you had the same beat?
I don't know. I didn't hear it. But it might be, his producers are weird like that. They'll send a beat to somebody, then send a beat to another person. And sometimes stuff gets mixed up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I know both songs is dope.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It probably was on his album. Everybody samples from the same record sometimes.
No, I don't know how he got the same beat. That's dope, though.
All right. You said the same beat.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. The producer probably sent. I don't know. Maybe he had the beat before.
Some people's samples the same.
Yeah.
All right, last one is by Saint P. He's got a track here called "What You Made Of." It's an MP3.
Don't add too much compression. Either don't want to smash the vocals. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
You don't want to overdo it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, here we go.
Say, man, you already know why. I'm not
Who's this?
Yeah.
Saint P.
Yeah.
We heard of him.
What you made of? Can you tell me what you made of? Hey, what you made of? Hey, can you tell me what you made of? Hey, what you made of? Hey, Callie, tell me what you made of? Yeah. Hey, what you made of? Yeah. Can you tell me what you made of? Yeah. Yeah. I made extraordinary fortitude, attitude, rude as hell, buck jumping, cash jigging, I'm pimp tight. Can't you tell the land of where the hustlers dwell, the city where they killed the king? At the Rain Motel, I'm super dome, fuck you mean? As a hater, Jazzy Faye, Miss Alfredo was the day. Alpha straight for Sammy, know I had to get the new with Jay. Like a factory hooked up, standing in line for about 3 hours. Everybody wanna rap to get the money and the power shit. I just wanna feed my fam, uplift my community. Stop the beefing and the killing, trying to form some unity. I've been an eagle, born to fly, my target on perfection. Level 2, popping bottles in the VIP section. Me and Max, we had the whole club lit. Down south on Bill Street, that's where all the guns whisper. Scary straps and short shorts. MOK on Sundays. Better watch how you mug, we ripping more than runways. Always about that gunplay. Better watch.
You know what I mean? That's produced. That's a song.
That's a dope.
Boom. Saint P.
That was
We've heard him before.
And he came the same way. Correct. Always. See, that's real studio.
Fire.
That cat is going
He
to
has
the
a,
studio.
he has a good engineer. He has
Yeah.
somebody, whoever's doing it.
I got nothing to say about that track.
It's dope.
Yeah.
It's done. Put it on iTunes.
Yeah.
Rhyme.
Put it up there.
TuneCore,
Make your
I mean,
money, brother.
The rhymes.
Apple.
The whole song was dope.
Yeah.
Nothing I can say anything bad about that. I
Now,
was grooving.
for those at home, just so y'all know, I'm not just DJing random tracks here. This was called song promotion, to where you guys are able to send us tracks for $20. We'll play a minute and a half of your track. And I know a lot of people are asking, how do we do that, AD? So you email me at info@webcoremedia.com. That's my company. And I'll send you the link so you can pay online. Send me the track.
Cinco de Mayo.
And we're already getting a lot of song submissions already. We're trying to keep it under 7 tracks per podcast. So we already got 2 set up for Monday. So submit your tracks now. It's only $20, minute and a half. And yeah, do it now because Monday's already getting booked up. And
Shout out to Kind Hearts once again. Shout out to Nene. Shout out to Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everybody that's coming through the podcast to make it what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And all the music, the musicians, all the music. The last song was incredible. I like the dark joints. Shout out to everybody, man. I just want to say shout out to everybody. Happy Cinco
really
de
good
Mayo.
show.
Cinco de Mayo?
Yep, Cinco de
And
Mayo.
all of my Mexican brothers and sisters out there. We have nothing but love for you. We love you. Thank you for always contributing to the community. You know what I mean? All the brothers and just thank you for being nice to me as an African. We salute you. We love you. All the Mexican people in Los Angeles and abroad, all over the United States, and the brothers and sisters in Mexico. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing a hat. You know what I mean? I'm representing y'all today.
Yeah, shout out to Stringer. Shout out to he turning orange. Yo, it's been a great shot. It's been a great shine.
Great show.
Been a great show, man. Shout out to everybody who's who queuing in.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead, brother.
The Mexican colors, black, red, white, and green, is very similar to the African colors. You know, black, red, and green. They just threw the white in there. The white could represent the heavens or whatever. So it's very similar. You know what I mean? You know, ancient Mesoamerica and Africa, we've always traded. The Europeans don't want y'all to know that. Just to say it to the Mexican brothers and sisters, the Latino brothers and sisters out there, they try to portray a false narrative about the history of Africa and the great nations of so-called South America. We call it a maxim, ancient maxim, or Atlan.
Where,
you know, the land of the Olmecs, the Toltecs, the Mayas. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I had to throw that in. It's Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo.
Last minute bombs.
I had to throw it in.
Yeah, somebody said white people like black people too, man.
Well, we do. We listen. We love everybody. Don't try to use that. Today is Cinco de Mayo, so we represent the ancient Mexican people. Okay, has nothing to do with you. Don't just jump in the feed and you just think you're gonna just say whatever you want to say. It's Cinco de Mayo, yo.
You're doing good.
Okay,
good.
It's red, black, green, and white. You know what I mean? And they're our brothers because our flag is red, black, and green. Okay, so we all brothers. We traveled the 7 seas and we always traded against each other. You know what I mean? We traded gold and silver. You know, and all kinds of different things. You know, I'm just getting.
About to go in.
All right. You know, the ancient Mayans, the Olmec heads, right?
But we already had Jordan came up. We already built.
I know. I'm just saying. You know, I'm throwing it out there. Last minute. Big up to all my Mexican brothers and sisters, man. Happy Cinco de Mayo. You know what I mean?
And everybody who celebrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, they get celebrated, and you know, remember. All my Mexican brothers and sisters, you are descendants of the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Zibatecs, the Olmecs, the ancient ones. I had to throw it out there. The Aztecs. That's why it's the Aztec hawk right here, carved on the ancient temples. So yeah, go ahead.
Land the plane, man.
You know, I gotta give it up, man. Gotta give it up.
I know. You know. Yo.
I love my people, man. I love my people, man.
Indeed. Last minute rant. Yeah. Land this plane. Yo, shout out to what's that? Dominic. That's my favorite KD album. Wait till you hear Mr. Universe. Gonna drop anything similar in the future?
Who you talking about, me?
Even better, brother. Thank you about that. But that was just one part of it. You know what I'm saying? Third Eye and Technicolor got more stuff coming, bro. Just get ready. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Oh yeah, but you got another one. God damn, man, you the human rhyme machine. How many albums you got? God, man, Jesus, coming, man. God damn it, man. All right. Damn, you know how many albums you put out in 2000? You put out Priest, man. You killed everybody, man. I always say it, man.
I got more coming.
Jesus Christ, man. What's the name of this one?
The one he talking about? I got one.
These nuts.
I mean, that's a funny. You're a funny guy. Why you got to say it like that? You're gonna say it like that. These nuts. All right. We'll let you have that one.
Yo, great podcast. Yo, we landed plane already. Yo, thank y'all for coming out.
Peace.
I'm Killer Priest Iron Sheik.
Make sure you guys subscribe.
Keep stacking, don't ever stop. I'm a G indeed. Money, all I do is spend it on the things I need. Not one, I don't care about cars and clothes, cause my closet's been full, so I'm rocking those. I don't care if they're stained up, faded or shrunk, or got lint on them, as long as I ain't smelling like no funk. No car payment due, no bills, I chill. I live a very much content, simple life with my girl, by myself, no friend, ain't got a brother or a father. I'm my grown man. I've been a grown man since a toddler. Nobody loves me. Matter of fact, they all hate me. They probably all wish I'd stay poor till I'm 80. Why? I don't know. I'm just a humble man with knowledge. The power to create our own realities inside us. But gravity's inside us through our tendencies subconscious. But our ecstasy nirvana through our prana and our bliss. So we fly up through the mist and lay inside of the abyss. You'll remain inside of mama till you no longer childish. But matter of fact, you gotta be a child to get to heaven. The second chakra, by arousing it, is what allows it. It's the energy body. It's the feelings, the emotions. 90% of humans are in their minds. Achilles heel for most of them and don't even know. Goals and goals, they're invoking them. This is how they pose as hosts and your friends. The devil coaches them and gives them out for a try. You wonder why he looks different when you look in his eyes. Because it isn't who you think it is. It's a familiar spirit. It's possession. You should fear it. And you feel it. You get near it. Cause they're trying to take your soul away. Psychic vampires and narcissism. Raphael the god is risen like a dog. I shake off all of them except for one. Priest, I feel he's the only one that's real and lives proverbs. This is why I accepted his deal and said yes, you're the best and you've always been my favorite. All the bars that nigga blaze with are like torches. He's a savior, these artists are carcasses. The governments are smart shape-shifting Marxists. Satan is the culprit and his mate is an adulteress. I fade off in the darkness, far away from the maze of darkness. And the matrix had to part from it with grace, no longer heartless. It's stranger than fiction. 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 It's stranger than fiction.